Hello, good evening, and welcome to today's episode of The Shadows We Fear here on Immersive Realms. Tis I, your illustrious host, Matt with Power, aka Chef, aka Matt. How are we doing in chat? I hope you're well, and I hope my players are well. Hello, players.
Idea.
Hello, Matt.
Hello. Hello.
Winton.
Winton.
Quentin.
Winton.
Before we... I shouldn't have started this. This is my fault. I really apologize for Winton. This is
we
my
got
fault.
Quentin brain rot at the moment.
We are. It is a curse. However, before the curse ensues all of us, Mr. Andy, do we have any announcements for this evening that we should be...
No announcements other than all the gift subs that happened the last session because we're fighting a dragon and our players here, two of our players in specific, made a deal. So thank you for the gift subs. I appreciate it, boys. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, that's all we really have for tonight. So back to you, DM.
Fantastic. Yep, so it's worth it. Ours is still off until further notice. We shall pop that in. Ours is still off. But don't hesitate. Come hang out with us in the Discord after bullshit. Let's wait for
Like
something to get
faster.
There we go. There's one.
Thank you. And also,
Help me while I was
please,
fetching.
find us on Linktree as well to get all the other socials and other relevant things. There might be some stuff coming. Thor! Excuse me, I'm puppy sitting.
Thor's coming.
No, Thor is not coming. He is not allowed
Is he going to be going around with Jesus? We got Thor and
No.
Jesus just kicking about.
Do you know, there might be points now I just mute my mic and scream at a dog, so it's fine. He's a puppy and he's learning things. But I think we should just jump into last we left off with the shadows we fear. So, last that we did leave off, our party had dove deep into an ancient tomb, the burial place of the first dragon, in order to stop it from being awoken. You had met with the dragon guarding it, an ancient red dragon who told you what could be down there, the trials of, and also one of its cousins, the spider dragon from the plane of the Shadowfell. You guys then went down to said tomb, conquered all the challenges, technically bar one. And in the final chamber, what you believe to be the final chamber, you found the aforementioned spider dragon, and a very lengthy, very brutal fight ensued that saw damage and trades of blows get thrown one way and the other. The dragon proving to be a very, very challenging foe. Excuse me. Ultimately, you guys were successful, with our resident ranger dealing the final blow, now having 2 dragon kills under her belt. However, as the dust settles, one of you doesn't move. One of you doesn't take in your surroundings and catch their breath. One of you lays perfectly still, very dead, as Eloril, excuse me, the hole in his chest has stopped gushing blood, but the skin is now white and pale, eyes closed and bones are broken. His now definite corpse lays on the floor.
I think the first thing Joel will do then, once he notices that he's dead, is go over and immediately try to revivify. I feel like that's probably the best thing to do.
Mhm.
So I will get that up.
You pull your pouch out, you get your components out, and the usual things you might need for the ritual, and you pull out this very expensive diamond. And you feel its weight in your hand, and you can just feel its sheer value. How does your Revivify look when you try to cast it?
I'm trying to remember from like how when I brought back Thingy and Thingy, missing leg woman.
Lily.
I feel like then it was kind of like a green sort of mist kind of energy thing. Sort of like a healing in Skyrim, just kind of around them.
Yeah.
And then attempts to bring them back, I suppose.
And it is this green wave, as you say, that sort of comes and goes like retreating waves against the shoreline that just come and go, and they're getting stronger and stronger. and you're watching the diamond glow, and it's matching. Whenever these pulses come out, you realize these pulses are coming from the diamond. They, and you can feel this pulse. And each of you in this room, you can feel the air getting heavy and light, until all of a sudden Joel's eyes, he opens them from blinking, and they're completely the same sheen of green over. The diamond begins to crack and crumble, and you all watch, apart from Joel can't see this, but all you guys, Lavender, Canthier, and Falcoris, watch as dust of the diamond begins to trickle through his fingertips like sand through an hourglass. Elleril.
That's me.
Where is you?
That was
awaken.
For long.
You awaken with a sharp pain in your chest and with a gasp. But you find yourself alone in an empty space. There's no one around you, and nothing surrounding you either. Empty. The pain begins to ease off, and it doesn't take long before it disappears altogether. And you find yourself breathing easier with the pressure of the pain subsiding until dispersing totally. And your vision begins to clear somewhat, or is that something pushing through the darkness, encompassing you? You see, you believe you see, I'll say, your brother, the last thing you saw before you died, begin to push up from the darkness. Make an insight check.
Okay, that's good. What is my insight? 25.
25. You believe this is your brother, but it's not. His posture's not the same. Instead of being tall and proud, he's slumped. His head's a little bit lower in his shoulders. His arms seem to be heavy by his side, and he's coming out of the darkness. And you can, as it takes a few more steps, you see, yes, this is the visage of your brother. And his face isn't that of happy to see you. It's a somber expression cast upon him.
Ricardo, is that you?
Yes, it's me, brother.
Where are we?
A place between. I would hope not to see you here, but here you are.
Yeah, just take a moment, just take in my surroundings.
And you sort of just look around you, and it's just nothing. You are just in a void. This isn't it. There's other places, but whilst you wait, you're here.
Waiting for what?
To be sorted, I guess, is the only way I could word it. To be put into the final resting place.
Have you not been sorted?
I have. I was sorted long ago. But, I've pulled a favor to come meet you here. It's ultimately your choice, but, things whilst you've been away on your current mission haven't gone well elsewhere.
In what sense?
Our sister's missing. Again, as I say, this is your choice, and I know your friends are more than capable, and if you want to rest, then I can take you. It's your choice, but, you know, if you'd rather go back and help her personally, then I'm sure something can be organized. I know
Can't
your
leave
friend
her.
is trying to help.
I can't leave her.
I know you can't.
No, I get it. Or
Thank you.
what do you know? Do you know
I don't know
anything about where
much.
she's been?
All I know is, as you might have alluded to, this is again the place between, well, our perception of it. There's other realities of it. It's I don't quite understand it myself, but apparently a soul came through with a graving on it, a message for the Raven Queen, and she's being toyed with. How you engrave a soul, I have no idea, but again, that's beyond me.
And this grieving had news of my sister.
From my understanding, the exact news I know not, but yes. And when she felt your presence here, she approached me and I asked to come see you. I thought it would be easier if I talked to you.
Does that mean you're with her? The moving queen.
She ferried me through, but no, I'm not with her in, you know, forever.
Where are you?
A place far more beautiful. A place I hope one day I would like to see you in, but not before it's your time. And I feel now is not your time.
Oh, how do I make it back?
You wait here for a minute, and with any given luck, your friend can pull you back. It's
Okay.
good to see you. Again, I wish it was under better circumstances, but you know, us meeting again was always going to be in a somewhat demising situation with one of us, i.e., you dying. But you know, could have been happier.
Caribbean. That's it's been nice, regardless.
Our chats will be better in future. And we can drink again. We'll scale some roofs and watch the endless night stars.
That does sound lovely.
Stay strong.
Well, Sim, is there anything I can do for you when I go back?
No, I'm gone. There's nothing I need. I just want my family safe. That's what you can do for me. What you've always done. Keep us safe.
I'll do that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And as you begin to, well, no, as you stand there, you begin to see his body shimmer as if like his body begins to get turned into that of cloud or fog, and he begins to disperse slowly. Until after a few seconds, you find yourself alone in the void again. And you wait. And you wait. Joel. You blink, and as your eyes go green, is what they see. What you see is an empty space. You're knee deep in water, though. Lapping waves come and go. Some go over your kneecaps, some not so much. It's cold, deathly cold water. And as you look around, you are met with a very odd sight. Standing in very neat uniform rows are as people, all facing the same way. Rows and rows, and you can't see where the rows begin and where they end. They all have their heads slightly tilted upwards towards the starry, moonless twilight sky above you.
Which way are they facing? Are they facing like in towards me, or are they facing like?
They're all facing sort of as you sort of like stand up and brush yourself off in the water. They just sort of stand to your left hand side, just looking up past you. None of them none of them like congregated, but they're all facing the same way. Every single one of them.
Right, because they're all facing. Right, okay.
They're all facing the one direction, and you can tell that they're all pale, sunken eyes that look glassed over. Some of them have their mouths slightly agape, and some are closed. And a quick check, none are breathing.
Is there anything else around in this space other than the water and the dead? Or presumably dead?
You just probably presume dead, as you say.
If they're not breathing, then I'm assuming they're dead.
As you look for any features, as I say, no, you see again the sky above is a perpetual twilight sky covered in stars with no moon. Yeah. Make a perception check for me, please. Oops, sorry, Inigo.
No, I was gonna say, like, is there anything on the horizons, or oh shit, anything on the horizons?
Just more rows of these people.
This is not easy when I can't face a certain direction because a certain someone has got his claws dug in. Right. Or was it just straight perception? Yeah.
Please, yeah.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You take a second, you go, for fuck's sake, and you see that all these faces, you don't recognize any of these faces, and you realize that, unfortunately, the one that you're looking for is not right where you'd like him to be. And you have to go a little wander, and you have to sort of wade through, and again, your heavy armor and this knee-high water is a trudge to get through, your pace is slowed. But you do find, eventually, with a sigh of relief, Elleril. Again, he's standing there, his head up, pointing towards the sky, eyes are glassed over. He doesn't have a hole in his chest, he looks whole, but he looks very dead. But as you come close to him, something else catches your eye. There's another face you recognize and your heart sinks a little bit. You see Morgan standing a few rows back. The man who practically raised you. Waiting in queue.
I'll just sort of look at Ella and go, don't fucking move. And go over towards Morgan.
You approach Morgan and he's unblinking, unmoving.
Can I like try waving my hand in front of his face? Does he?
There's no reaction at all. His pupils don't.
Is he physical? Like if I try and touch his arm, can I?
You make contact and you feel he is whole in this existence.
Had some hope you were still alive, Ops. Thought maybe the Creed had turned you into something, but looks like I was wrong. Unless they have, and this is where your soul's gone because your body is dead, but still walking around. Can't hear me, can you? Talking to myself. I'll sort of give him a sort of a pat on the shoulder and just sort of I'm sure eventually I'll catch up with you. And then you probably won't be able to get rid of me. And then I'll go towards Elleril, I suppose.
Trudge your way back over to Elleril. And as you're moving along, something out your corner of your eye, finally something moves. And you see that one of these bodies gets lifted in the air, as if a large invisible hand has simply plucks them out of the cold water. You watch as they get higher and higher. One of the many stars above glows a little brighter, and the perspectives seem to change in a weird way. You're not too sure if the star has gotten closer, brighter, or what exactly is happening. But when everything begins to diminish and settle and rest, the body is gone that was lifted up, and the star becomes its usual size again. And as you look back, peeling yourself away from this sight, was standing uncomfortably close to you is a figure shrouded in black and leather. Black and feather, sorry, Jesus.
It's a gimp!
Astral gimp!
Oh god!
For initiative to fight the astral gimp.
I'd say chain him up, but that's what he's into!
No, so you see a figure shrouded in black and feather.
Feather. Is it a woman?
Hard to tell, in all fairness. The the cloak and stuff that this figure's wearing very much hides any features to determine that. And the face is not visible, hidden behind a large white, porcelain little mask that looks very similar to the old-fashioned witch doctor's mask, but instead of the nose beak coming out, it comes down and goes towards the chest.
Joel, being Joel, probably won't take a step back, but he'll sort of, and he'll go, "Hello? Thought only the dead were here."
Well, here you are. Are you dead?
No idea. I hope not.
Hope.
I'm here for
That's
a friend.
Funny thing. Which one?
I'll sort of lean through the rows like a bit of shopping buck and go, "That one." Elleril.
The figure looks over. Ah, Elleril. I was concerned because I thought she weren't one for friends, Joel.
Friend's a stretch. He's traveling with me.
You know the rules of death. Why should we break them for him?
Honest answer? I don't know. But he's come close to being here a few times before and I've kept him out. So I figured I can try and keep that up. I don't know if him being royalty has something to do with it.
Kings die all the
I don't
time.
Well, depends on the value you place on a human life, doesn't it?
I don't place any
What makes
value.
up
I
So,
simply have a
right.
job to do. Values placed by you.
Unfortunately, I also have a job to do, and that's to keep him alive. For now. He's useful to me.
Come with me.
Can I? Okay.
Were you going to ask something there?
No. I was going to ask who she was.
You know who I am.
I dared to hope. And I'll be sort of like fingering the amulet as I'm talking to her. Not in the... Get your head out the gutter, boy.
Select words.
I'll just be standing there just doing this. I had a feeling I knew who you were. Someone call HR.
What a first move, Jesus.
First move.
I had a hopeful healing.
Wow, okay.
Joe will be holding the...
Come with me. Before you return with your traveling companion, something I need to show you. And as she begins to walk away, where she steps, the water parts, making it easier for her to move, and you can follow suit in this dry, like Moses part in the Red Sea sort of effect. And she walks a few rows away, and you follow suit, and you approach another body. Now, all these bodies, you know this looking at Elleril, don't have their injuries or what's killed them visible. Again, Elleril had a big massive puncture hole he could see right through. He doesn't now in this plane. She stops in front of one body that is scarred beyond belief. The soul itself is still bleeding, and the water around where the water touched the knees is crimson. The soul is shivering, quaking, mumbling to itself in fear and in trepidation. It's not uttering words, or it's not even like language you don't understand, it's just making noise. Low little mumbles to itself as its hands shake. And you take a second to look at these scars and you realize that they're words engraved upon them. The words that have been carved into this soul's being. They're simple words, but they seem to give a bit of meaning and carry some weight to them. Joel, let's end this.
I'll sort of glance at the Raven Queen. I can guess who sent this.
Yes. More importantly, this one is one of the Queen's Guard.
Is it Lily? Do I see that as a...
It's not Lily, no, this is a
Okay.
male figure. One
Is
you
that her
don't
name? Lily?
recognize.
Is that...
Lily's the
Yeah.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
this isn't Lily. This is someone you don't feel you recognize.
How does someone do this to a soul?
Someone. How does something do that to a soul is a more appropriate question at this point, but semantics aside. He's very powerful, and death and all things in between. Again, he has my powers. How exactly he's done this act of... I don't even know what you'd call it. I'm still trying to get my head around, but I know... I didn't think it would be... I knew it was possible, but to actually do it is another matter.
But it's cruel. I mean, the body is dead. Is that not enough punishment for whatever he did? Why torture his soul like this?
It is... unfathomable. And I
Can it
can't
be
fix
fixed?
this. No. This is... The only solution I have is to destroy the soul. They'll not find peace in wherever they are supposed to go, but they will be not in pain anymore. That's the best I can give them, is destroy them and erase them from anything.
Well, where does it go if it's destroyed? If this is the
Nowhere.
afterlife, what's beyond?
This is the place I've created here is a... we should call it an interesting one. This is a place where life meets death, fact meets fiction, where religion meets science. And even then, there's some things I don't know. And with that, she places her index finger on the trembling soul's forehead, and very Thanos, snapping his finger style, our soul just turns to dust, and a wave washes over and takes the ash away.
It was a kindness.
That's all I could do. As you say, the ends justify the means.
So how do I set about ending him? How do I end who did this? I spoke with... I don't even know what you'd call her recently. And she told me of what I have to do. Of splitting my soul. But
Do that.
I don't know how to do this.
Do you want my honest words, Joel?
Always.
I think it's best I don't tell you how to do it, as you will not like the answer. I will simply
thought
ask you to have faith.
Thought getting my soul split would be bad enough. You're saying it's worse?
Quite
Painful?
excruciating.
Will the ends justify the means?
You can answer that in future. Did they?
Well then you know where I stand. Before you, ready to serve.
Good. I appreciate your servitude. In life and in death.
And hopefully everything in between.
And everything in between. You should go back. Time is of the essence. Pick a soul and take one with you.
What should my next steps be when I return?
Just follow
What
your
should
party. Find the queen? Do something else? Get a bite to eat? The affairs of mortals I do not dictate.
How will I know when you need me?
You won't. I'll know when you need me next.
As you say.
Pick a
And I'll
soul,
sort
be
of-
on your way.
I'll sort of bow my head to her and then turn and leave and go find wherever Ellerill's ended up.
You sort of shuffle over to Elleril again. And you see her sort of looming a few rows behind, just sort of watching you. Are you ready? Have you made your choice?
I'll sort of put my hand on Ellerill's shoulder and just... Wouldn't be my first choice, but he's the one I'll take.
Then go forth. I'll see you soon. And with that, your vision goes white. And Elleril, you leave the void. You guys in the tomb, you have this minute. It's not even that, it's only from your perspective. It's been about 10 seconds since Joel's eyes went pure green. And there's this 10 seconds of, what's happening? Did it work? And then you hear it. The snapping of bones resetting is the first thing that you hear. You then hear the soft squelching of flesh and muscle begin to repair itself. And funny you say that, Joel. You then hear the scream that comes out
I
of
dropped my
Elleril
nut.
as Joel drops a thick nut.
It's gone.
Joel nuts. No, there's enough of that. But
It's all over the floor.
The knot of life. The knot of life.
but
It's
Elleril
only been
comes,
foretold.
and all at once, Elleril, you feel the pain of having a fucking hole in your chest, and your spine's been severed, your bone's been broken, and you're out of blood. You feel that pain in an instant, and you come back fucking screaming, if I do say so. But as after a few seconds, everything seems to have healed. You have a thick scar that looks like a heavy stab wound, like a really ugly scar that goes across your chest, and anyone can see on your back as well for the exit wound. But you seem to be otherwise okay. However, there is a consequence.
Okay.
It's herpes.
Da, da, da.
Revival herpes, Jesus.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, Joel didn't wash his hands after taking on the dragon.
So I just need
Oh,
to
no.
see the thing there for the
Yeah,
consequence. If that
okay.
doesn't make sense, let me know and I'll...
No. It's similar to another form of popular media.
Fair enough.
You got a couple of itches going on. Is that?
I
Mhm.
immediately set up, just tear my face mask down and throw up. Just all it was saying is just bile.
Yep. And Joel, you watch as you sort of like, get knocked back a little bit, and you watch in your hand, and you see the dust that you once held is now nothing but dust. The diamond, sorry, that you once held is now nothing but dust. Completely gone.
I'll sort of shake off the dust from my hand and look at him. And how was that?
Honestly, most god awful experience of my life. What happened?
Well, you died,
About that.
and then you refused to come
Right.
back.
We can't linger.
I know.
My sister's missing.
So I gathered. How do you know?
The Raven Queen sent my brother.
What did she tell you?
I just kind of relay
Yeah.
what my brother said. About the place in between. My sister's been taken, and a soul with a message was sent to the Raven Queen.
Funny you should say that, because I got the message.
Let's see what it said.
It said, Joel, let's end this. The final say tortured a soul. Somehow. And sent it to the Queen. So she showed me the message. And then she gave me free reign of a soul to bring back. Debated bringing back Morgan. He's passed on. But unfortunately, I think I'm stuck with you for now.
Thank you, Jill. I appreciate it.
Next time you die, don't be such a dick to bring back.
Sorry, what do you mean such a dick to bring back?
Just
I was waiting in
stop
that
being you.
purgatory. Oh, fair.
I was wandering around that purgatory. Countless dead souls. Took me a while to find you.
It was empty when just me and my brother.
You're on the other side of the curtain, I guess. But I think I agree with you. Your sister's missing. The message was on the soul of one of her Queen's Guard. We need to get back. I don't know where your army will be, whether it will be
Right.
the camp or whether it will have attacked the Creed or what, but I think we need to find them.
So the messenger was a lie. As part of the Queen's Guard.
It had been defiled, is the only way I could describe it. It's
That
the
was what I
soul
was
was
looking for.
shivering. Yeah, there you go. I couldn't think of it. I know it began with a D. I couldn't think of it.
Sorry. Yeah,
I
thank
was
you.
like, the soul had been defiled. It was shivering. It was cold. It was clearly in pain. But it was a lion from your queen's or your sister's personal Queen's Guard. And
That's,
if the final say did that, then it stands to reason the final say has your sister.
stands to reason that the final say is here on Lorenthal.
Wouldn't mind betting he's where all this Creed mess is going down, since that's where your sister was heading.
Well, my sister wasn't heading into the conflict herself.
Where was she then?
Well, I recall she
Check
said
your
that she was
notes,
going.
companion.
Yeah, she would. I stop and take out my journal.
Let me check our diaries.
No.
Let's think our diaries.
She said that she was. She said that she was going back. Didn't she? To
She was going to go back to Pavmar to help
Okay.
lead.
yeah.
In a time of a civil war that's unearthed, she was going to need to play the role of queen, effectively, and crisis control.
I think they just like they've been intercepted on the way back to Pavmar.
Well then, I'll sort of turn to the rest of the party. We've got a choice. We need to go and save the Queen. But which do we do first, the Queen or the Civil War? I don't think we can do both at the moment.
War.
We'd have an army.
The war was going on before this.
But the
It
battle
will
was
be there
supposed to be
afterwards.
starting.
I think
Wars aren't won with single battles, though.
they
However,
have an army, and it's likely that no one else knows my sister's missing.
we're the only people who are not only just capable, but also the only people who are know.
So what's our plan? I'll sort of look to Falcoris and sort of sarcastically, Captain.
Hope you're muted, buddy.
Well, I think it's obvious what the plan is. Somebody's in danger that we know of. This here. We look after our own, right? Whatever happens in Civil War will happen. We can clean up the mess after. Now, if you give me a second and I'll get up from basically Elro's side, I'm gonna go and skin off a scale and try and take one of the tooth of the tiger, the spider dragon.
The tiger dragon.
The
that's
tiger
one,
dragon.
Yeah. That's the next dragon that I've homebrewed up. You easily take a scale out with your sword and that sort of stuff, but I will say to get a tooth out, if you can make a strength check for
morning.
me to try and pry/yank a tooth out.
Just a strength check. Straight
If
up
you
strength.
Can, please, yeah. Straight up strength. If you want to add your athletics, you may.
Yeah, I'll take athletics as well if you don't mind. That's gonna be an 18.
18.
Mhm.
It takes probably a good solid minute and a half of heaving, hoeing, cutting the gums with your sword, but eventually A satisfying slip and a tooth, complete with root, falls out.
I'll stick that in the bag and then put the scale in the bag as well. Wait,
Mhm.
we've got a... Wait, hang on, Joel. Don't fucking eat this. And I'll give him one of the dragon scales.
Can I, since he's cut the scale off, can I try and cut some dragon meat?
Yeah, sure. With exposed flesh underneath. Make a survival check for me, please.
Survival check. I don't know how edible spider dragon is, but we can give it a shot. Again, joke's on you. I've got +5 for survival.
It's not a joke on me.
Well,
it's
actually, you gave me a separate. Oh no, that's a cooking check. Never mind.
fucking-
That's a 17 with +5. That's 23. No,
This is-
22.
Tough, very, very tough flesh. But again, with effort, I will say, and with time, you begin to cut and you get like a little, I don't know, little cuboid out of dragon flesh.
That's enough for a stew. Or dragon bacon rolls. I'll turn to the others and go, well, we're not gonna rescue anyone in the state we're in. And we're not gonna do it from inside a cave. We need rest, and we need to move.
We've got a long way. We don't even know where this final site is. Could be anywhere.
Is the vapor still kind of swirling in this room?
Yes, that's a very good point. This dungeon has still got that mist that constantly whips and flows around you all.
I'm going to,
What
once
are you looking at?
that's been done, I'm going to go to the final door
Mm-hmm.
and use my Eyes of the Runekeeper and read it.
Mm-hmm. The door is closed on this one so far. Let me give him a document because I was going to say them off the top of my head, but I can't.
But you can. Sorry. No, it's just you can tell the time of day from a cat's eyes. I thought that was just a rumor, but you can. The prophecies are true. The prophecies are true, buddy.
Matt, see while
I'm
he's doing
on the wrong
this.
fucking tab. Sorry, I got on you go. I'm trying to find the right Google Doc. Sorry.
Can I just move out of the fog, kind of towards the doorway we entered from, and take a short rest,
Absolutely, you can do.
and just spank
Just
all
a
my hit
very-
die?
That's a very good point.
Anybody else who wants to spend hit dice, you can. I will say you can take a short rest whilst this is a little bit downtime for you all. Did you wish to heal upsies without taking it long?
Suppose I probably should.
I'm not going to take
many
it because
hit
I
die
think
do I
Falcoros
have?
is pretty active during all this.
So this one, again, the door is shut,
Mhm.
and you sort of like kind of like you just put your hand against it. It's not like an illusion. This is actually a closed stone door at this point, and it simply says, "Make the ultimate sacrifice of Dragonkin."
Well, there is a
Technically,
dead.
I was going
There
to
is
say...
a dead dragon. It is very dead. Okay, so I get these. Where's my D8?
And it's
These roll
definitely
for
closed.
health.
It's not like I can't put a bit of pressure and move it or anything.
Doesn't seem to move.
I'll look back at the corpse that I could probably just see through the fog.
Mm-hmm.
Look back at the door. Alright. And I'll turn and walk back. I won't tell the others what I read, seen.
Fair enough. Good to know. You keep that one under your belt for now.
To be fair, if Joel knew what it said, Joel would try and open the door. So good call. Good call.
Well, Falcoros might come back one day. Who knows?
Well, if you want to, those who may take their short rest. Is anybody else doing anything? Calanther and Lavender, you guys have been anything else you'd like to do in this moment?
I, by the way, ask a quick question about ritual spells.
Sure.
See if I don't have a spell slot for that spell. Can I still ritual cast it because it doesn't use a spell slot because it's ritual cast?
That's correct, yeah.
Right, just check. Because I think I've got being cleric. It's a spell I've always got prepared. That's for healing at 3rd level.
Beautiful.
Carry on.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna. I'll just carry on.
Clantier will just give Caligorm a light pat on the back, basically. Very light.
Very gentle. It is
Like,
tender.
He might break.
yeet.
Like
like-
very dead, son.
Like a mate. It's like a friend smacking a tattoo just after it's done.
Oh,
Oh,
don't. That's the worst. Man.
that
Yeah, it's horrible.
chest scar.
Yep. But you guys all take your rests. Also get 15-20 minutes pass. What would you like to do?
When we're resting, if I'm allowed in this, I will just kind of motion to Calathea and just be, thank you, by the way. Otherwise, it would have been me you were retrieving from the souls.
Oh. No need for thanks for saving a life. I think that's what you would have done in your place.
I tried, but the GM said I was 5 feet away and I couldn't get to him, so...
The ethereal voice of the door behind you slowly begins to open. A giant.
You done fucked up.
It's like the roof of the cabin's pulled back. You just see a big human above you just flipping you off.
It's oddly made of Velcro.
God lifted the fourth wall away.
Jesus Christ.
No, but appreciate it, Calathea.
It's too meta.
I think if anybody deserves to die, it's none of you in this party.
But, if we're all ready, time is of the essence, I guess. Because we have no idea where he is, or where he could be gone.
You all
Can
ring
Joel,
yourselves up. Yeah.
as we're going to leave, can Joel use his final spell slot? Can I speak with Dead? Because I've just remembered she's the commander's corpse is still
Yeah, just
entrance
on
to
the
the.
ground.
I've dragged it with me to like 2 chambers.
It's probably been stamped on during the fights, like the legs are gone. We'll say at this point, it's just the.
Joel will use his last slot to try and bring that fucker back for a question.
No problem. So you cast the spell, and again, the throat that's been slit doesn't heal. But what you do watch, quite disturbingly, you watch the windpipe sort of repair itself alone, so it may speak to you. You watch the tubes sort of link themselves back up again, and the eyes open, and the face stares up at you, quite annoyed.
I'll glance down at it and just go, are you the captain of the invasion force that attacked the Pavma?
Yes.
I'll turn to Falcoris. Well, that answers that then.
Leave bloody alone.
Thanks. Cheers. That was really helpful. Thanks.
So how many questions is it? It's,
5.
5. Okay. I'll go. What were you doing down here?
Trying to awake the first of the dragons. What a stupid question to ask.
Well, forgive me for being thorough. Also, you're dead. Fuck you. Turn to the others. Any questions?
No, I'm okay, thank you.
Not you, you dick.
Oh, I was gonna say you're gonna walk into the D&D movie.
It's a trap.
The whole, no, can I get it back? No.
How do you
So I'll
pass?
turn to the
No.
others.
How do you pass to your homeland?
Simple teleportation magic can do. That's never changed.
We got one more question, guys.
No, I'll give you the other one. That was cheap. That was a
We got
D&D
two.
low blow.
We got 2 more questions, guys. Just sort of bring everyone sort of in a huddle away from the corpse and just go, right, okay, so what do we need to know?
It's
Watch
freaking.
us. We crawl away.
We need to find out who the leader is.
And where he's going.
Oh, it was oh, hang on.
Mm-mm.
I wrote
The
down
Great
the leader.
Reclaimer, not the last say.
Yep, fuck.
Okay.
Yep, Great Reclaimer.
Fuck it. I'll go to the corpse. Who is the Great Reclaimer?
The one to save us. To give us to give us what we deserve.
Do
Oh,
you
who
work
is
with
it
the
to you?
final say? Oh fuck.
No, I wasn't questioning.
All right. I thought... Okay. Do you know who the final say is? Oh, sorry, no. Do you know? Do you work for the final say?
That
Do you work for the final say?
Are you colleagues?
Do you have him on Facebook?
No. We do not align ourselves with undeath. And with
Kind of
that,
rich coming from someone with the Shadowfell.
and with that, the body fades and the soul escapes again. Thor, shut up. Stop that.
I'll turn to the
Why is
others.
that?
So there's 3 Shadowfell factions. Whoever works with the Great Reclaimer, whoever's loyal to the Raven Queen, and whoever's loyal to the final say.
I don't think anybody from the Shadowfell is following the final say. I think that's all here. I think the Great Reclaimer is revolting against the Queen and trying to come through into this plane. And whatever the fuck a final say is, that's his own thing. Which is also a fuck you against the Raven Queen, I guess, but separate.
She's having a rough time.
We had our suspicions that the final say was undead as well.
Oh, you
At least
big
they've had it
stretch.
confirmed.
Do not bite the help. Sorry.
He's talking to the
Joe
the
screaming.
captain.
What the hell?
Winton.
Winton.
Hey Rob, can you say that? Can you just say Winton?
Anyway,
Please, buddy. Oh,
Wintoned out.
ow! Leave the cables.
Well, there we go. And I'll start pulling off the armor. Oh wait, didn't have armor. That's right. Didn't have the armor.
What are you talking about, armor?
Well,
Sorry.
On the captain.
Oh yeah, didn't have the magical
Yeah.
armor. No.
Like, ready to fucking pull you back.
I got my repaired version with the minor debuff. Sorry, or nerfed
You're
version.
just
I should
chock
say, not
full of debuffs now.
Yeah. No, well, to be
Stop
fair, it's not a
dying.
debuff. It's just I got nerfed. I got super nerfed.
Right. Let's go then. There's no other
Okay.
business here. We stopped this one getting to it. I just have to tell the dragon above to be more fucking careful. No, I'm not telling it. One of you
Should,
can.
Try seal the way on the way back. If we can.
I mean, I could try and bring down some of this rock around it. One of the doors.
I was
Let me do
thinking
that
at
when
least
we're not in
closing the
here.
doors. Yeah.
But against the dragon, I don't know. If another
If the
dragon tries to get
wants
down
get
here.
in here, we can't stop it, I'm afraid. We've got enough problems to deal with at the moment.
We need to
We
get
can
back
always try
through.
and close the doors again behind us.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, let's move.
Should move.
Forward.
And I will do that. See, when we go through, like when we get through this door, I will turn
Yeah.
to face, and if it's got like a kind of rockage above it, then I will use Eldritch Blast to try and bring down.
You try, and I'll say like you can get like smaller bits down, that sort of stuff. Again, this tomb is built very, very well. Do you think if you spent genuine, considerable time doing it, you might be able to make significant
Don't have
damage,
time.
but nothing for the haste, yeah. And yeah, you walk through the tunnels,
See,
the tombs. Mm?
and the room with the treasure from the fire dragon.
Mm-hmm.
See, while he's doing that, trying to close it, can I just move the statue off the plinth?
And as you, well, again, you probably need to get Cubby to push it off as being a big ass statue, but if you do,
Yeah.
and people help, as the second it comes off the plinth, the door slams down shut.
I'll turn my attention to it And fire my Eldritch blasts at the fucking
statue.
the statue.
Statue. I'll say for the sake of brevity, again, with you being it closer as well, you guys realize that in amongst the gold and that sort of stuff, this statue's made of brass and copper. This is not a real gold statue. It's a forgery.
Yeah, but I am trying to destroy the statue.
Oh, you're trying to destroy the statue? I'll say no, you're unable to do that.
Bastard.
It seems to be bound by magic's more powerful than thee. Yeah, you go through, and I'll say again, you each crossing the other rooms, you're able to make your way out again. So the ice one, you just cross through, and the door shuts behind as you make your way to the other side of the glacier. The lightning one, you have to do the same thing in reverse again. You aim the mirror, shoot the door. Happy days. And bit by bit by bit, you don't have to make another sacrifice to get through the other door. You can just leave that one there.
Do I get my thing back?
It's long since fucking eroded and is now turned to shit.
Push Kelligorm in.
Yeah, and you then get to the bottom, and you can see that the entrance where Brycus took you down is the tiny pinprick of sun above you.
I like that thing, eh?
Seems a shame to waste a charge on this. We got no way to signal him without doing this.
Well, we can ask him to recharge it, can we not?
If you want to ask a dragon for a favor, you can try, but I'm just saying if we have another option, could we try that?
Oh. We literally just did him a favour, so.
Fine. And I will pull off the fuck you stick and
You aim the large stick in the air, and again
I
the
got
rod,
my boomstick.
the rod heats up as you begin to charge it. You feel the heat in your hand. It gets to the point you almost feel yourself you need to let go of it before it gets too hot, but just as it hits that temperature and no more, a large beam of firebolt erupts upwards, and you guys watch this few seconds before up in the air like a firework it explodes above, but down here you can't really hear too much of it. And you wait for a short second until the pinprick of light above suddenly goes dark, and the small stones and larger stones begin to fall down as you see the large ancient red dragon come tumbling and flying down this hole before landing on all fours in front of you. This large, impressive form before you. I see you've all made it in one piece. Is it done?
I'll show off the dragon scale.
Good. And our parent still slumbers.
Oh, you ain't.
Seems so.
You ain't in a fight with it yet, are you?
Good. Well, I think you have earned your exit out of here, mortals. When the wing lowers down, you all sort of shuffle on board, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And you'll hang on to the spikes down the spine, and again these large wings, and the airflow rustles your hairs up, and before long you find yourself realize not breathing stale tomb air. You take a breath of fresh air, lovely, cool and crisp up here high in the mountains. And the sky above is bright. It's sunny, but again still cool with the altitude air. But it's not a dank tomb anymore.
Totally dank, bro.
Brycus lands and you'll disembark should you wish to.
Could we
Yeah.
ask a favour?
Name it.
Short for time, it'd be useful having a bit of a lift.
Where?
There was a war camp just to the south. Not as far as the city.
You want me, a dragon, to go where the mortals would want me dead? The dragon who might add has been attacking Castames as of late. I'm not exactly in good favor with the people.
Could you maybe just fly us clear of the mountains?
Oh, sure, no problem.
Drop us off along the way.
I cannot
Yeah.
take you to your camp, for I will be attacked, and I do not wish to slay.
I
But I
don't
will
think
take you south.
the camp should still be there. But by all means, if you could just get us closer to it, that would be appreciated.
I'll get you as far as I dare without causing trouble for the people and locals.
Thank
And I
you.
hate to pester, but seeing as we have done you a sort of favor here, would you consider, I'll hold up the dragon stick thing and just go, would you consider charging this again?
Dragon looks at you and holds an unblinking gaze. You might want to let it go.
I'll put it on the ground and sort of quite hastily back away.
And you watch again, the same as before, as the head reels back, the long neck begins to glow hot with this amber heat before a large column of fire tornado envelops the rod. You might again want to give that a minute or two.
Thank you. And then also wait a minute or two before I put it
Yeah,
away.
it's like a fuck. You throw in your backpack quickly. I must thank you. Doing what you did must not have been easy. And it should have been I who did it, but unfortunately again, I was bested. A mistake that will never happen again. You five did me a great deal and a great service. You have my thanks.
Welcome.
I think we're
It's
good to go.
mutually beneficial, if anything.
Apparently so. The destruction of this world is not something I seek. Instead, peace and prosperity would be quite nice.
Those words.
But you folk...
How much do you believe in them?
That I want peace?
That you don't want the world to turn to shit and
Quite
destruction.
strongly. I've spent the last 1,000 or so years keeping the most dangerous force I know a secret, under wraps, under my protection.
And I might not know the true potential of your parent, but there is other forces out there that are strong, and we may need your help one day.
The head once again tilts. Are you asking me to return the favor for a call to aid?
If needed, yeah.
For that to happen, I would love to honor that. For I am in your debt and I would love to settle it, make us even once more. However, for a debt of that to be paid, I would need assurances from your people that should I enter a fray, I not be seen as enemy. Even just for that fray.
Of course, will laugh to himself and then just say, to be honest with you, if we do call for your aid, I think it's only going to be us fuckers that are stupid enough to be in that fray anyway.
Then I'll be honored to fight alongside you, Brave Five.
And I wouldn't call it a debt. I would call it looking after this rock.
Well, I would call it a debt because I'm a dragon and that's how we see these things.
Alright.
Because I'm bigger than you and fuck you.
Can't really argue with that logic.
But I shall take you south,
Thank you.
as far as I dare. We should be there by nightfall with any given luck. You might want to hang on tight.
Alright. And Falcors will fucking hug his spike like fucking.
And he very gently picks himself off the ground with his wings and he begins to fly. He cruises and it's very soft, very gentle. And then he all of a sudden once you guys get comfortable and situated, he goes into a very steep and fierce nosedive down the mountain ridges, and it is an eye streaming of water, white knuckle ride for the next few hours as the speed this creature keeps is immense. Mountains pass by in the blink of an eye. The speed, the velocity, the sheer intensity of how quick this creature moves, a creature of this size as well, baffles the brain. And this takes still, even with this incredible speed and distance covered, takes hours before you guys begin to see the edge of the mountain begin to appear, or the edges, of the mountain begin to appear in the flat grasslands below. You can even see begin to poke out from the horizon Pavmar itself. Rykius gets to the very edge of the mountain range, and he begins to descend, slowing his speed before landing on the grasslands below. Not too far away, maybe about from here about an hour's walk where you guys set up camp in the war camp. Maybe about an hour or
That's
so.
not too bad.
This is as far as I shall go. Any more and I'll cause trouble.
Oh, my nut again!
I
Stop
presume.
nutting on
Sorry.
me.
I'm sorry, it was just such a good ride.
I presume you have magical means of communication across
No.
planes. No.
No, I don't.
Hmm.
Bold of you to assume these things.
Well, if you need help again, try and find the message to us.
That can be arranged.
Thank you.
And same for you. I don't expect you to come traipsing up the mountains to find me again. If you did, you know where to find me, but if you can do magical means, as long as I know it is you, I'll answer.
I'm sure we'll find a way.
Stay safe, warriors. Then with that, he takes off, and very much like in the films when the helicopter takes off, you'll have to like shield your eyes from the wind that's picked up around you before finally it dies down. And you'll stand. Are you okay?
Sorry, when you're like a helicopter taking off, I thought it is just gonna spin his neck and just go vertically.
My wings are tired.
My people need me. Just flies.
But yeah, let's say it's maybe about the sun's beginning to set. Maybe it's about an hour. Maybe got about probably less than about half hour or so till nightfall completely is upon you guys.
But from where we are, can we see the camp? Does it look like it's still occupied?
You can see the remnants of the camp, and it looks to mainly be the leftovers of. So you can see some tents that just weren't seen as value to move, be they ruined from wherever it might have been. Things got too heavy to take in an instant. But there doesn't seem to be any people around from this distance.
We need to look for
Suppose we
clues
should-
to find out what the fuck happened.
Should make a move on. Let's start. Shit,
Do you
no.
guys go to the actual camp itself then, or do you guys go somewhere else?
I'd say
Um,
Joel will look sort of outside of camp on the way to Pavmar, sort of if someone was traveling from camp to Pavmar, the bit they'd go through,
Mm-hmm.
and sort of see if there's any footprints suggesting people went that way.
I was
Make an investigation check for yourself, Joel.
hoping to do something similar, but going to where my sister's tent used to be.
You may also make an investigation check for that.
That's only a 15 for me.
15.
Nat 20 for a 32.
Oh shit, son! You find the plans, the hidden plans.
It's in the mud.
It's exactly the battle plans. Shit.
You find your sister.
You beat the campaign. But
Unless you want me to roll at disadvantage, seeing how I just came back from death.
No, it's
Okay.
fine. But the rest of you guys, Lavender, Canthe, and Falcoris, anything else you guys are doing in the searching, or are you doing
I'll be
something
just looking
different?
for any sort of signs of magic that's would be associated with the last say type thing. Any kind of traces of a party like that coming through there.
Okay.
Second stinky.
You make an investigation check for that one.
What is my
Canthe and
investigation?
Lavender?
Gonna be looking for physical tracks.
tracks. You make either investigation or survival, since you're looking for tracks in particular.
14 for me.
Nah. Sorry to just take. Can I look for something in particular?
What?
And that I want to look for a set of footsteps that look like it's from someone with 2 different feet.
Okay, interesting. I know where your head's at with that. That's quite smart.
Yeah.
And Lavender, is there anything you'd like to do for this?
I'll just have a
Remains
look,
a
you know.
Cool. Make either investigation or perception if you're looking for an in-depth or more generalized viewpoint. That's what I was looking for there. Sorry. But yeah, Calthy, what was your roll?
I got 19 on survival.
19. Falcoris, what was yours? Sorry.
14.
14. Joel.
15.
15. You got on that 20 for a total of
32,
I
I
think you
think it
said
was.
32.
32. Perfect. And Lavender.
Not 20 on perception.
Oh shit! What's that total of then for you?
29.
Fucking hell, beautiful. So, between your very well combined efforts, you guys begin to paint a picture of what you might be looking for. To rest your suspicions, Falcoris, you don't see in this immediate area anything that would be akin to the teleportation magic you're used to. You don't see any like burn marks on the ground that you saw with the ship and that sort of stuff. You don't see anything that gives away that something's been teleported in or out, I'll equally say as well. You feel confident in that regard. Lavender, keeping a general eye out on the whole area, you pick up every single detail. You can say, yes, the camp has been completely deconstructed and nothing of value has been left. And you can see that there are 2 distinct track marks that go out, with Calanthier obviously helping this one as well. You can see there's one bigger set of tracks, where you can see like a large marching parade would have gone through, and then a smaller one that deviates and begins to curve around in the direction towards Pavmar. And looking further along, you then see again this group splits again and becomes an even lighter party at one point, maybe about 45 minutes away from the campsite. Kelagorn, with you looking for that very unique feature of someone walking with 2 different feet. Yes, you do indeed see with natural 20 what looks to be where someone's got one gait slightly heavier than the other. So where they're walking, one foot, also like a limp sort of thing, is getting sunk a little bit deeper into the mud.
I think I found Lily's footsteps. Maybe easier to track.
Footsteps.
Hey guys, look what I done found over here.
I briefly forgot how to talk.
I done found them.
I don't find.
I done found the footsteps.
Mainly
boy.
shouting for our expert trackers of the party.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe see if they can focus in.
Cool. Not a problem. And the good thing with those rolls, we'll just carry those rolls forward because again they're fucking amazing. I don't want to ruin them. You begin to keep moving forward, and again you can see where these paths. Again, you can see we had the marching group, this lighter section. Then again, it's almost like it gets split in half again to an even lighter party, who again with this heavier or odd set of footsteps take it off the road path. They almost go completely off road, as if trying to remain hidden, but still heading in the direction of Pavmar.
Do we still have a trail?
Yeah,
Kind of follow.
it's
Yeah.
a definite trail. Yeah, I would say it's gonna begin to get very, very hard as the nighttime completely takes over. But you still have a trail.
Would anyone like to rest, or do you want to just push through?
After the
I
battle
think
we
we
just
could use
had,
a rest.
we need a
We've
rest.
been on the go for a
Understood.
while.
I know it's urgent,
Suppose we'll go
but
for a long rest.
if we ended up turning
That's
up
it.
for his sister and we're tired
Yeah.
from battle, it won't be any use.
Yeah, no better rest than late then.
You guys
Yeah.
find a suitable spot again off the beaten path along these tracks, and you pop up the
Magical
tent.
tent.
That's the one. Say the passwords, and all begin to take your watches and relative sleeps. Excuse me. So can I get a little watch order, please?
Of course, we'll go first.
Cool.
Hmm.
Lavender.
Oh, I mean,
I can go as well.
Beautiful.
I don't mind taking either mid or last watch.
Cool.
Oh, mine.
Lavender, would you like
Joel
second
will-
or third? Oh,
I'll just go
no.
second.
second. Cool.
Joel
Joel?
can take last. Stop. Stop it. Joel will take last.
Cool. No problem. So we got Falcoris, Lavender, then Joel. Beautiful. I think Joel taking this first watch in a long time. So, kicking
He
it
said
off
we
then.
didn't need watches. I'm just saying, they said we didn't need one, but here we are taking watches.
You never know when you find something interesting. Watches are for good things rather than just bad
Nighttime
things.
D&D is best DM time.
Yeah.
Falcoris, if you wouldn't mind rolling me a little perception check, please, as
28.
you kick off. 28, wow. On high alert and high strung from the day's events, you know, your heart's almost still beating an elevated rate from this the sheer adrenaline that is, and the adrenaline dump that followed. Your attention never falters, never wavers, and nothing catches your attention. Everything seems to be a-okay at camp.
I'll pass that on to Lavender right now. Wake her up and... Right, Lavender, come on. Your turn. Nothing out there. Didn't hear anything, didn't see anything. Just keep alert. And then... I'll just head into my dorm.
To your dorm room. Kick off your shoes and jump on the bed. Lavender, if you can give me a little perception check, please.
That is... 21.
21. The math game is hard, man. You, again,
Oh,
fairly
you little-
similar story. As Joel falls off his bed and drops the gun as you begin to leave the camp.
The cat's rolling my perception check. It smacked the d20 off the desk and is rolling it across the floor.
You take
Get
your watch
back.
as well. Again, light a fire and keep warm. And again, on your watch, you feel safe. Your body is screaming in pain from just, again, the fight you've had, the wounds you've sustained. But again, like Falcoris before, your perception is strong and nothing catch your attention as to being malicious or malevolent. Your watch comes to its end, and you go wake one of the others, but then Joel is there, which is much to everyone's surprise that he's taking a fucking watch tonight. And Joel, you go outside. And if I can get you to roll a perception check, please.
Fucking working on it. I'm trying to get my dice back. Right. The cat has rolled a 2. We'll go with that until I get it back. The
Okay.
cat has rolled a 2, and I think
So
with
what did you
my that's only a 7 total.
7 total. Your watch comes, and again, you haven't taken a watch in a while, so your head's a little bit, you know, not quite in it, sort of thing. But not just that, the weight of what happened earlier, the conversation you had with a certain entity and deity, sort of, I wouldn't say weighs in your mind, but it's one of the things at the most forefront. You occasionally find yourself getting a bit lost in thought, too so much so to really pay the most attention that you'd like. And before you sort of, you sort of blink and you realize that dawn's come, and you haven't really paid the best attention, but you quickly look around before your friends wake up and you think everything's okay?
I'll go with that. That D20 is lost that's lost now. That's not coming back.
But yeah, the morning is yours. The day is still a nice, crisp, clean day.
Joel's gonna try and make some he's gonna make some, like, cook up a nice stew for breakfast using the dragon meat.
A good dragon breakfast stew, beautiful. Make a
A good,
cooking check
like
for
a
me,
like a
please.
fry up. Actually, it's gonna be like a
Did
dragon
we all
fry
get
up.
long
It's-
rest?
You'll get a long rest. Yep, I should say you'll get a long rest and all that sort of good
It's
shit
gonna
that comes
be-
with it.
There's gonna be some eggs, in there. There's gonna be some dragon cooked up as like a nice slab of meat. It's gonna be
Okay.
nice. And you actually gave me a separate role to make for
I did,
cooking.
I've given you a unique thing for cooking now.
I'm gonna have to get another D20 out. I can't get that one back.
Make sure the cat doesn't fucking eat it.
It's not. It's because it's one of my metal ones, so it's just smacking it along the floor.
It's a fun bapping toy.
It's going between that and the cables, and the other cat is now sleeping on the desk. So I'm trying to roll it somewhere where it won't get attacked. Just piss off. That's my phone gone. That's 18 plus 8 is 26. Give me my shit back.
26. What Joel does is, as his watch begins to come to an end, and again he quickly looks around the camp. Yep, cool. Everything's completely in order. We're definitely safe. Breakfast. We need to get breakfast sorted out. You all wake up one by one to the sweet, amazing aromas of a fry-up. You can smell sizzling meats, eggs, even some vegetables. You all wake up and go, something smells good. And Joel, what you've made is quite impressive. The meat you had was quite a generous cut, so you were able to make bacon rashers out of the dragon. You then made little sausages as well, both link and square, I will say. You then found a local nest, raided it for the eggs, and started using them. Some poor mother bird is in the background, completely upset with you. And then you also, with the camp supplies as well, there was some potato in your bag, and you know how to do this. You make Joel hash browns alongside this, and you guys all come up, and Joel is at the tail end of cooking up this amazing fry-up. And again, I would score the 20... Was that 28 you said, sorry, Joel?
26.
26. I'd give this like a good 9 out of 10. This is a... If not
And just
10 out of 10, this is a fucking
Just to
quality
clarify,
breakfast.
also, I will have ritual cast purify food and drink just in case.
Just in case.
That would have been
just to bless
just in case. Just to make sure in case spider dragon is poisonous, because you know it just sounds like it would be.
Like literally poisoned us all.
This is a good 10 out of 10 breakfast.
The dragon didn't kill us until it was dead. TPK through poison. Right, I'm gonna put that in Joel's cookbook.
A
Where's my
dragon's
cookbook?
fry-up.
That's my cookbook. Joel's cookbook. There it is. The dragon fry, but that's a 10 out of 10. Right. Carry on.
Yeah. Good morning,
I
people.
will. Spider dragon fry up.
I have to say, it does get quite satisfying to eat the creature that killed you.
And yet you all had a problem with the Goliaths.
That was
We still do.
that was cannibalism, Joel. Lest we forget.
This is cannibalism to dragons. It's a matter of perspective.
Yes, but I'm not a dragon.
Fuck you.
Fry up is delicious. You pack down the camp supplies and dismantle the tent, put it away. Joe, you smack your crock pot and frying pans into the bag, and you'll begin marching. And I'm gonna guess, just assuming heading in the same heading in the same directions as these footprints still, yeah?
Uh-huh.
Beautiful. So,
Can I help you?
just watch that. That was amazing. You push
I'm
forward,
under
push
threat.
forth,
No,
and
leave it's in the dice tray. No, go away.
you
It go.
march onwards, and probably from where you are, a couple of hours, 2-3 hours tops, you're marching along, following these footprints, and then you begin to see the first signs of trouble. Can I get some perception checks around, please?
I mean, my past perception is 20.
Count theory, this is... Sure, why not? Do your thing. I'm not gonna hold you back, baby.
Good man.
Perception.
I got a 14.
14,
A dirty 20.
dirty 20,
13.
13,
24.
14.
24, and
Nice.
24 and 14, so get all pretty attentive. You, as we say, see the first signs of trouble. You start to see, in amongst the taller blades of grass, flecks of gold. And as you sort of stop and look, you realize that it's a body of a lion. And another. And another. And as you sort of look over all these, you see Joel, well, Joel's away, so I'll come back to him in 2 seconds. But you see these bodies, excuse me, a lot of them have their helmets knocked or taken off. Joel, I was saying, you see these lions that lay here. You do see one of them resembles the man that you saw in the between place. Although his body here, you can't tell the armor, but certainly he doesn't suffer the same wounds externally on his armor that you saw him, or his soul, have. But you do see one body that you all recognize, that you all know and are friends with. You see Lily lays there in the cold, wet grass, unmoving.
Just run up and
Work that was
see
put
if
to
she's
keep her
still
alive in the
alive.
first place. She better be alive.
Well, sorry, Caligum?
I was just saying, yeah, checking if she's still beating. She's still alive.
Make a medicine check.
Yeah, it's not my forte. Joel, why aren't you doing this?
Well, you said I would have, but you just ran up and did it.
Yeah.
So go ahead, make your
Yeah, bro.
fucking check.
Yeah,
Joel
that
will
is a
make his
9.
after.
Take responsibility for once in your life, damn it. You run up and it's not your forte. You
Yeah.
don't think you can feel a breath or find a pulse?
I'll just shout Joel.
Can I get a second opinion?
Doctor, can I get a professional opinion here?
In that case, Joe will make a medicine check.
You may.
Thankfully, one of us is proficient in that. And that's a fucking brilliant roll. That's 27 for Joel.
27. It's weird. At first glances, she is very much dead. But then you begin to realize that there's something arcane that's keeping her from slipping completely away. As if there's some sort of spell on her right now that's teeteringly preserving her life. But she doesn't have a pulse, she isn't breathing, she is pale, but something's got a hold of her right now. And even with you and your profession, your clerical knowledge, this isn't something you know. Actually, I'll give you make an Arcana check for me, please. I'll give you something of a chance. I'll be kind.
I don't actually think I'm very good in Arcana. Oh no. That's 14. What do I have? Arcana. I've got +4, so it's 18 total.
18. Not something not you're used to in your clerical knowledge. This isn't whatever effect has got her isn't what you expertise in. But she is, for all intents and purposes, at first glance dead. But
Can I give it a shot? Because why not? Cure wounds.
you try and pop a cure wounds in, and the spell is discharged. But if he doesn't come back,
I see. In that case, might I try detect magic? To see if I can see what this is, or at least what type of thing this is that's keeping her alive.
That is keeping her alive is quite interesting. It's Hemocraft. Blood magic is keeping her alive right now.
See, when I find that out, can I just call Calanthea over and tell him that that's what's keeping her alive?
Mhm.
Okay.
Suppose I'll inspect then.
Sure. You
Fucking
may make a Arcana check if you so wish, and I will say you can add your proficiency bonus for if you're not proficient in Arcana because it's something specifically for your magic skill.
I
you
am
can.
proficient in Arcana.
Beautiful.
It's a 1.
A 1. Not a
6.
fucking clue, bro.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, you can't even see any
A double
external
1.
things. A beautiful double 1.
It's just
You
for
can't
fun.
see anything external to indicate Hemocraft, but obviously you know Joel's not lying. You know the detect magic is true, but this is out of your knowledge. You don't know any. You know, again, what you've cast and what you know, you don't know anything that does this sort of thing.
Just turn around and shrug.
Hey, potato, potato.
Thank you,
It
Doctor,
was
for your
probably Emmerich, to be fair.
Can I have a look around and see if we can see Emmerich's body among?
Make a perception investigation check.
What would you prefer?
Your choice. I'll say if you want to see. Yeah, fucking roll dice, damn it.
Investigation. I've got expertise in it, so 23.
23. You do not see Emmerich's body here.
She may have been able to put her under some form of stasis.
So what do we do with her?
Well, I think the question is, where's Emmerich?
Can Joel just quickly, now that he knows what he's looking for, check and see if there's anyone else with this same effect on them?
You make a check and do your rounds, and no, Lily seems to be the only one that's held right now by this.
Is she conscious?
No.
So she's just completely...
For all intents and purposes, she is dead. She has no pulse, is not breathing, is very pale, but she hasn't. The soul hasn't left the body.
Yay. Be honest, I don't know what to do.
Traps.
I mean...
I think there's a chance, maybe. If he's taken my sister, he could have taken the Emmerich. But if we can find a way to contact him, get some clarity.
I don't believe I have such a way. Does anyone else has a spell like that?
Yeah,
I know the hint. I don't think I have it prepared.
It's spell called Sending, Lewis.
I don't think I have it prepared.
Beautiful.
Why would I?
Such a fucking waste, bro. Such a waste.
I'm a healer.
Absolute
Yeah.
waster, man.
He was literally bragging about having this spell so he can contact the dragon.
It's not
Dragon.
prepared. You suck dick, mate.
Listen, every time... if we take a long rest...
Oh yeah, I'm sure if we are in a situation where we need a dragon, we can just stop, take a long rest.
Yeah, we'll be fine afterwards. Don't worry about it.
Fine, next time we take a long rest, I'll get rid of melting to stone, and I'll get that, okay? How's that? But for now, I don't have it.
Okay.
Can I have a look around the site, like see if I can see any? In particular, ask me if you can do this or not. I want to have a look, see if there's any signs of maybe any teleportation or anything like that. Maybe like a little bit of scorched earth or something, just in case there's like a grab her and run or teleport away situation.
You may make an Arcana check, please.
Arcana. 19.
19. I'd say probably with Falcoris's help on this one, because you're probably not too sure what you're looking for, but once you sort of relay what you're looking for, Falcoris, you do know what this some of the telltale signs may be. And yes, you do see just off the side of these bodies, there seems to be 2 marks on the ground that would indicate someone coming in and coming out.
It could be anywhere. Yeah.
Can I, with Brownie and Silvery, just walk ahead and see if there's any signs further down while they're looking
Yeah.
around?
making a fresh perception check as you want to scan the horizon ahead. Absolutely.
That's only a 13.
13. Hard to tell without getting too much closer, but looking ahead, like I say, you can see definitely the tracks end here. This is the end of the road for this path you've been following. But everything ahead seems okay. You see nature is wild and free up here, but you don't see any signs of humanity or anything else like that that catch your attention.
Yeah, and what kind of time of day is it?
This point, it's still 11 o'clock-ish, 10 o'clock-ish, between.
Not at night, guys. It's not time for a long rest.
No, so you guys have been working about three hours or so when you found this?
Were there any tracks leading away from this place, like further on? As in, like a sign that someone survived and left?
No. As Lavender's found out there, this is the end of the road.
So, like, that's what it is. So everyone, just all their tracks just stopped here.
This ends here, yeah.
In that case, I was gonna say I hate to do it. Joel probably loves it. I'm gonna defile another corpse and speak with dead on one of the soldiers.
Cool. Anyone in particular?
Man, I'm just fucking yoinking souls out of everywhere at the moment. Just any old soldier, not the one that had his soul destroyed, obviously. One of the other ones.
Good to know.
I don't know, someone who looks high ranking? Is there any who look higher ranked than the others?
Not really. Again, all lions sort of share that similar rank at the end of the day these days. You know, it's and itself as a rank, so no one seems to stand above.
Just any old soldier, then.
You pick a soldier, you see it's a younger man, probably in his mid-teens, mid-20s or so. Currently face down, you roll the body over, so he's pointing up to the sky, and you can see that. No, make it a medicine check for me quickly.
22.
22. You see that he has been brutalized again, but his death would have been swift and quick. The cuts that penetrate his armor are exact and precise. These were meant with pure intent to kill, but not to suffer. This person just died, effectively, efficiently. But you bring the soul back again with your speak with dead.
I'll beckon the others over when I do, and sort of so they can ask, and I'll go, so they can hear as well and ask questions. I'll go, what happened here?
They teleported in. 2 of them. They came to take the princess, and we fought, and then I don't know what happened. Oh shit, I think I died.
I'm sorry to say you did.
Oh. Oh well, at least I died protecting the queen, right?
I'm afraid the queen's gone.
Oh.
Kidnapped by whoever it was, which is why I brought you back. To find out what happened.
I'll drop my face mask and hood and just thank you for your service. You did a great job.
You see the face attempt to smile, the muscles sort of twitch. Thank you, sir.
Who protected Lily?
The wizard. The Emmerich.
We've got asked 2 questions.
You got 3.
Yeah. Oh, we've got 3 questions? Is it not 5?
You got 3 left.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Where is he now? Do you know? Did you see where he went?
I think I died before I saw that, sorry. All I know is I saw Lily go down and he reached his hand out to save her, but I think I fell quickly after that, to be honest. It was all a blur, it happened so fast, I'm sorry.
Don't apologize.
Give me descriptions of the two that came in.
Well, one of them was heavily armored, sort of bluish in color, spiked, mean looking, but still quick. He's the one that got me. The other one I couldn't tell too much about. All I could tell they were a woman, I think. And again, quick and brutal. I think they were a spellcaster of some sorts.
So we got one question left, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Any takers?
No, I'm good, thanks.
Fuck, not again.
The only thing I can think of asking, by the way, is in his dying moments, did he hear of any sort of place name before they teleported out?
I was going to ask who the best fighter was so we can find who died last.
Keep going through the bodies, man.
Pretty much, yeah, just literally D&D movie this, just keep going. But I don't think that's probably a wise question.
Well, I guess.
So
Oh, have you
unless
got
anyone
one?
else has got anything else on
You got Nello?
Go with Andy's question.
What was the question, sorry, so I can hear the
That
word?
was just, in your dying moments, did you hear any sort of place name that they would have teleported back out to?
No. No, they didn't say anything apart from there she is when they came in. And then all hell broke loose. I'm sorry. And I hope we find her soon.
Rest easy, soldier.
And with that, the eyes begin to lull away.
Can
Fucking
I tell,
lions.
by the way, with my medicine skills when I did the check, can I tell how recently these people were killed?
Oh, we know at least over 2 nights.
Yeah, make another check.
What do you want? Medicine, perception,
Yes, please. Yeah,
investigation?
medicine, please.
Cool, these medicine checks are brilliant. That's a 25.
Give or take 3 days.
Okay, then we got no fucking hope of finding her. Ugh. I will relay that's been 3 days to the rest of the party. I'm afraid your
So,
sister's long gone.
Eric's not came back in 3 days either. Fuck.
The teleporter could have taken them anywhere. Another plane, another country, another continent.
Lavender?
No, I just have a question because I'm a bit confused. So was this like a smaller party or was it like the whole, like everyone?
No, so this is quite a small party. So this was only, from what you can gather, maybe about 10 lions,
Oh.
the queen, and Emmerich. So 12 total.
Sorry, I was...
No, don't be sorry. This is, maybe we didn't describe well enough, but yeah, this is a very, very small party. They had this larger group that almost acted as decoy, like this is the Queen's Guard, but really she's elsewhere, off the beaten track.
By the sounds of it, they were only going for the Queen, which means they didn't take Emmerich. He's hiding somewhere.
What about the Creed? Should we find them?
They were raveled up in their shit. This party was getting away from them.
I doubt Emmerich would have went to help the Creed after this.
The only place I can think Emmerich would run to go is Pavmar itself. Or is a rising closer?
No, Pavmar is like, you're on the door, not
Okay.
doorstep per se, but you are like on the outskirts of Pavmar.
He
Rise
would
is the other side of the
He
country.
would have ran to Pavmar. I think we have to go there first.
Yeah.
And not a word about the Queen being missing unless everybody else is panicking stations.
No. They're good.
I'll
Stays between us. Wait,
lift up
hang on.
Lily. Fire carrier.
Yep.
We're gonna have to find somewhere to put her though. Bloody lion's armor, too fucking heavy.
You can take the fucking stuff off if you want.
It's not like she's got clothes on underneath. It's
No,
not
she's
like we're
wearing
doing
armor.
we're fine.
Yeah, to be fair, I'd probably be like, fucking put her back down, take the lion armor off, fucking, and you watch her naked. No,
I was like, I'll just point out that the lion armor would probably suit you very well.
did you just say that to me? Fucking piece of shit, heavy nonsense, fucking shiny,
Oh,
see
really?
in the fucking distance, fucking see my reflection in it, fuck's sake. I'm fucking. Bitch,
That was potentially better than what you thought.
I can move
Wolfman
better.
yells at thin air.
We should bear in mind that there was another party. The diversion heading to Pavmar. If they made it there first, they would be expecting my sister and their entourage
Well-
not long after they arrived.
If Emmerich got there, he would have told them. If Emmerich's smart enough, which I believe he is, he would make sure that he didn't, panic the public with the Queen being missing.
But how do they know which party to target? Did they get lucky with going for the decoy party? Or not going for the decoy party?
Who the fuck knows? But that way we...
Point. So either they went for both party or they had some inside information.
Regardless, we
There's
still
ways
need to talk to
target
Emmerich.
people. There's ways to look on people through magic.
But-
Like I'll
but they
just flash
sounded
that
almost-
amulet.
They sounded
Or
almost
just-
surprised, according to the guard. He said they yelled, "There she is," so they didn't have
It
a
doesn't-
guarantee she would be there.
It means they could have had an intention. They could have had an idea that she would have been in the area.
Walk and talk.
Someone,
Come on.
yeah.
Can
I just-
Lily? Yep.
So maybe easier to put her on the bear. Just trap her down.
That's a good fucking point. Brownie, come here. Come here, buddy.
Damn it, I wanted to see Falcoris carry her all the way to
Yeah, I
Pavmar.
was gonna say it, but he was already going for it.
Hey, Falcoris is a
really
strong boy.
enthusiastic about it. Just let him do it.
To be fair, what, she's a halfling?
Yeah, she's a halfling. Sorry,
Sorry.
complete shit
Oh.
off there.
She
She's
built
a small folk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
had,
can put her on the bear if you want, or you can just want to
forgot
carry
she
her.
was
Your
a halfling.
choice. Yeah, she's not a big one.
I thought she was just a human.
No,
I thought
she's
she
a halfling gal.
yeah, I would put her on a bear. Ease up my hands in case we do get attacked.
Mm-hmm.
So just make sure we pack away her stuff. I'm sure she won't be best pleased if she's lost everything.
I'll make sure we've got her leg.
The leg's still attached. Yes, don't worry.
Good.
Joel got a new mace.
If I hit
Um,
someone with that, am I smacking them or kicking them?
Yes.
Can I just quickly scan over the bodies, see if they have anything useful for myself?
Apart from
Robbing their money.
Apart from the standard array of what you expect to find in their guards, their personalized weapons, their
Yeah.
armor,
Was
travel
as well?
light.
Was there like a caravan or anything like that?
No, there was no caravan.
No,
There
no.
was just
So it was
traveling on foot backpacks. Yeah,
Great. Yeah.
this was delivered to be as light as possible and as incognito as possible.
Oh, I suppose I'll take Lily's sword or whatever. Strap that to my belt and carry on. The lion armor, I'm leaving behind. I don't give a fuck about it.
You spit on it as you walk past.
They mass produced that in Pavmar anyway. She can pick up more when she's there.
It's a factory. But yes, you begin to make your way, and from here, you can reach Pavmar if you uninterrupted. About 6 hours or so, you are close as heck to Pavmar itself. And sure enough, the rest of the day goes uneventful unless you guys want to have anything that comes up, any conversations, or if you want to fight, I'll give you one. But you
Please no.
get to the edge of Pavmar, And again, so that thing like, right, if they know, we'll see it soon. But Padmar seems to be doing okay. There doesn't seem to be panic on the streets. Everyone seems to be going about their daily unimpeded, unworried. You can still see that a lot of buildings got scaffolding and are under repairs right now from the dragon battle that happened before, but, you know, life goes on.
Well, we make our way up to the palace, I guess.
Mm-hmm. No worries. You take one of the little tram systems up to get to easily and with as much speed as possible up to the Rising Shire Palace. Making your way inside, as the doors open, you can tell that there's this facade, is what I should say. When you open the front doors, again, the calmness of everything is normal, but as soon as you sort of turn the corner, you can see the panic, the realization, the nobles that can let their guard down in here that there is news and it is dire, but we can't let the people know. That atmosphere hangs heavy.
Grab the closest diplomat or whatever. What's going on?
Heavens,
What's the news?
The Queen is missing.
And
the Queen is missing. Need I say more?
yes, what else is the news of the Creed?
Oh, the war still goes on. That hasn't been resolved yet.
Right. Where's
Been
Emmerich?
reached is still awkward. Emmerich is in the throne room.
That's all I need, and then I'll breeze past.
Good heavens. Youth these days, I swears.
But I'm, of course, just so tempted to march back to him. Just stop and turn on his heel, but he just... Oh, but he carries on.
Joel will give him a hard glare as the guy walks past, because Joel being like the youngest person and the most youth of them.
I'll
You guys
literally kick him in the fucking throne room. Emmerich!
As you walk in, you can see a very... Half the man you know, Emmerich, is currently standing at the head of the table. He is... Looks like he hasn't slept in a long-ass time. He's injured. You can see he's got bandages that come up from underneath his robe that he's wearing. Let's see, creep up onto his neck a little bit. He seems to have also got something over the same ear. You can't actually see the ear with the plaster and the bandage being pressed tight against the head. And right now you can see that he is in a meeting. You can see his diplomats, and he's just paperwork. Do this, do that, please. Just do what I'm saying, please, for the love of Christ. It's just... You're making a bad
Jesus, what are you doing in the throne room?
But when he sees you guys, his face drops into that of a smile, and he just pushes past the delegates that are in his way. Friends, it is... Welcome home.
Time is of the
under
essence, Emmerich.
circumstances.
I'm sorry,
Trust
but
me, I know. I've been doing this
we
for the
have
last
Lily.
12
Whatever
months.
you done with her, undo it.
That can wait. Honestly, she's fine. She's got another couple of days left on her.
But Lily might have information that we really need. I know you were there.
Fine. Give me... this will take an hour or so to undo what I've done. You must
See,
bear with me.
when he does that, can I turn to everyone else in the room and say, all of you, get the fuck out?
And the rest of the delegates, oh, the youth. And they all shuffle out.
Remember that one, Joel.
He also got his hand resting on his mace. He's like,
Lavender just standing at the door with Brownie, making sure they actually all leave.
and they say, the youth to like a very youthful party.
You do the whole thing. Like, you can see, especially Lavender, like before you saunter up to the door of Brownie, some of them do like leave, but then sort of like hang around the edge of the door. And as the bear walks up, woo, probably leave. But yes, Emmerich asks you to lay Lily down the table. He's right. This will take an hour. Just bear with me, please. And Joel, if you could have some your healing stuff for the hand, that'd be wonderful, darling. She's gonna need some. Right.
Yes.
Sorry in advance what you're about to see. This is not going to be the most pleasant of experiences. And he rolls up his sleeves, and again, you can see his art forms are damaged from Hemocraft and magic that comes with it. And he uses some blood rites, and you can tell that you especially, Count, you get the essence of what he basically did was he stored some of his life essence within her in a way to basically hold her essence and keep her soul, the soul having something to hang on to that was alive when the body had failed. None of you know what this spell actually is, even you, Joel, as the cleric. This is something you've never seen before, and an hour later, he sort of begins to gesture you over Joel, like, right, any second now. When I say, if you can give her cure wounds or whatever your generosity dictates you'll give her, we can get her back awake again.
Joel's got a cure wounds ready to go when he says.
Now, please. And with that, the
Well-
blood that's been hanging over her just only falls into her chest, which is her own blood. And at the same time, you place your hand on her and pump in a cure wounds. And Lily doesn't initially wake up, but you can see the rise and fall of her chest and she starts breathing. She is going to be exhausted. She will take a bit of time to wake up. This spell isn't bulletproof, so just give her time to wake. But she will
Then-
be with it by the eve.
You spill your guts now.
You sound very accusative right now, Falcoris. I don't quite appreciate that, but I understand the pressures that we're under, so I'll forgive it this time. We were ambushed on the road. We
I
made our
gather.
way here. Well, of course. I'm just giving you all the details. Sorry. Sorry, I'm being angry. I apologize. I've had a very stressful couple of days.
We're all high stress. We can tone it down for a moment.
After you left to go deal with the dragon problem, the war moved forward, or the war efforts moved forward. The marching took place and the airship took off, and Elena and I were heading back here to crisis control. What was going to happen to a war? Looking at the relief efforts for Stowe Lockwood and the like, but again, that was going to happen here. But on the path, we were ambushed. Two figures. One, I think it's fair to say, was the final say. The other one, I have no idea who they were, but they were some sort of cleric or the like, working for the final say. Keeping him upright, which is a tad annoying. They struck everyone down. I myself didn't exactly leave unscathed, but I cowardly took a dimension door out of there and repeated that spell as long as I could until I was tapped out. Once I saw that they had the queen, and it was just me, myself, and I left alive, I knew I couldn't fight. The best I could do is survive and rally. So I made my way back here.
And any details of where they went?
No, unfortunately, their teleportation they came in and out.
And that's
I've
why.
been working with
Oh,
the spy masters to try and get more intel on this, to see if there's any glimpse or any gleam we can get, but so far I'm turning up empty-handed. I'm currently even asking them, the treasury downstairs, to raid the vault and see if there's any artifacts we can use to, get anything, bypass, scry, whatever it may be. Because all my efforts and everybody else's seems to be thwarted. I've even, can't believe I've asked my friends in Horizon for help. But again, under tight circles and hushed lips of what's happened.
No offense, Emric, but that's why I asked you to wake up the soldier. I'm pretty sure she would have seen the details in the fight. But we need to find out where they went.
Looks at you. He's not looking at you with an angry glare or just he's looking at you, but he's just his eyes meet yours at that moment when you say that comment. Well, here we are.
We need to find news
Thank you,
about.
Emric.
We need to find news about the Creed as well. What's happening with that?
Well, that I can fill you in on completely. They've had a stalemate. The only one not to fall has been the Great Everby. Everywhere else is under control. It's been a fairly swift takeover of everybody else, and everyone's complied. But the Everby has put up a heavy resistance. Stowe Lockwood itself is currently being used as a sort of a fronting post for our forces. But they're very well entrenched, the Everby, with their natural, defensive geography on their side with the water. It's made it not the best of fights, and every landing force has met with heavy resistance. They've even been defeated or had to get fallen back. It's not gone quite as we'd hoped, but that's war for you. There's always
Okay.
going to be casualties and snags along the road.
We dealt with the dragon problem.
Oh, it's finally some really good news. Brilliant. So I take it the spider dragon dead?
Spider dragon is dead. Oh.
Fantastic.
I'll pull
Love
out
to hear it.
the tooth as proof.
Fantastic. Amazing. That's something we can put in the good books right now. Lords know we need some good news.
But Right now we need to talk to Lily, so we've had a bit of time. We need to wake her up.
She has been, technically speaking, dead. You'll have to give her a
Yeah.
bit. We can't rush that.
So's this one in a pat thing. We shoulder as I walk past him and go back towards Lily. Pat Lily's shoulder.
He
Of course.
raises an eyebrow at you, but
I was hoping to keep this quiet. But yes. Thankfully, Joel was able to bring me back.
keep it quiet. Speak from the rooftops. I don't particularly care if you've died or not. You're here now in front of me, and I can use your skills. That's all I care about.
Yes, but I do not need my sister ever finding out.
Ah. Good point. Well made. Falcor, shut your mouth.
Bloody
you-
youths, eh?
I'll go
Bloody
to
youths.
I'll go to Lily and try and quietly wake her.
You can tell that she is
On guard, ready for it.
Mhm. She is beyond tired. She is coming back from death. But with this is completely different to what happened with Elleril. He was only dead for a few seconds or a minute top. She's been dead for days. So you can tell that she's trying to come around, and she's going very in and out right now. So you might not, you can get something out of her maybe, but you're not sure how much.
Lily, I need
Just
you to
leave her,
focus.
Falcoris, just leave her.
Mm-mm.
We don't push this.
Listen to me. Lily, I need you to focus. You're one of the higher members of the Lions. I need you to tell me what details you discerned from that fight right now.
Moved. Fast.
Hmm?
Teleport. Flesh of blue.
Of course, she's not strong enough.
Tell her go home.
Pain. Took her. Took Helena. She's gone.
Where?
All dead. Where? What?
The teleport.
Teleported away. I don't know. I didn't see. It's just
Place name?
a flash of blue and. Oh, that's wrong dice. Couldn't tell. Can't tell now. Hazy. Need to just shut my eyes. And she
One
goes
last.
back under
No,
again.
just before she goes. One last thing. One last thing. Is there a mole?
All dead. If Mole dead now.
And that's when Joel will sort of step in between Falcoris and her and just like, right, that's enough.
Joel, back the fuck off before I fucking make this. a lot
Emmerich
worse.
backs in between the two of you guys. I think we've had enough, but what she said was a very fair point. The decision to branch off was made only on that day that we did. And the plan was only kept with us, those of us that were there. Nobody else, not even your commander, Falcoris, knew of our branch in our path. So if there was a mole amongst us, they're most certainly dead. Unless it's me or Lily.
I try
The
to
Queen.
give him the coldest stare he probably ever received in his life.
He rolls his eyes. Joel, would you care to zone of truth me? Would you believe me?
No need, I believe you. And I'll sort of turn to Falcoris and give him a bit of a glare and just go, I'll take Lily upstairs, put her somewhere where she can rest. Leave her alone, at least until the morning if you can handle that.
I'll monitor her to make sure the side effects aren't too heavy for her.
And Joel will kind of pick her up and don't know, he knows where her and
You guys know
Queen's
the
room is,
yeah.
so-
Yeah, so you can take her there, yeah.
Y'all, just as you're going, make sure you stop the lines and get them to watch your door.
got it. And then Joel will
As Joel
Disappear.
leaves, Emmerich leans against puts his ass, sits on the table sort of thing. It's like, leans his head back. He goes to touch his ear. Ah, fuck.
Do you have a way
Well-
of communicating the commander?
Yes, I have sending available.
Can you tell him to send Bucky to me? Here, Pavma.
Of course. Anything else that you pass on? As I don't have too many resources.
No.
Fantastic. He sort of closes his eyes, and you can tell that he silently casts a spell on his head. Opens his eyes again. You'll send the word.
Rick, this is a long shot, and I fully understand if this isn't something you can do, but let's see if we take you back to this site. Do you think, from the remnants of the teleport, you can maybe glean some information about where it came from? Either a buffer or anything.
Now that is an interesting suggestion. I haven't quite thought of that before. Can't hurt to try. I don't have any other leads. I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Just thinking if it...
I will need to rest, so I can have perhaps a teleportation spell prepared if needed. I might like to have that in my arsenal just in case. So I'd need to rest first, but sure, we can give that a try.
I've seen teleportation magic. Oh, sorry. There you go.
Yes.
Okay.
I was going to say, there you go.
Oh, Jesus.
Go. You go.
I was literally just going to say it's best if we rest. That's it.
Falcour's has
Everybody go
seen.
to fucking sleep.
Falcour's has seen teleportation magic. Does it always make a blue flash as they go?
Not always. So, what you know, when it comes to... From what your understanding is, and for what you've been sort of gleaming, the bigger things have more of that bluey energy. Lighter things like people tend to be more like white. It's almost like the intensity and the hue gets changed the bigger the object, tilting towards blue.
But if they're going between planes, then it could be a blue flash.
Potentially.
Okay. I think I know where he went. He went back to his homeland. The Shadowfell.
Well, like I said, I'll take a rest and we can leave as soon as possible. And despite the shouting and the accusations, it is good to see you all, especially you, Falcourus, and everybody else in tow.
You must understand why I have to do this.
Of course, but understand why my back's up again as well.
That's
so
fine.
I apologize for anything else I might have said or attitudes I might have given you. I'll be my usual self by the morn for you. Dashing as always.
I can't promise I will be.
You just need a good cup of tea.
Fucking youths, huh?
I know, right? But if you'll excuse me, friends, I will take my leave for the evening. Good night. And he, as he does, opens the throne room door like a magical wave of his hand. The door opens, and he disappears to his dorm.
I'll go and shut the doors and I'll turn to the party and I'll say to them, the one thing that's bothering me right now is he said there was a cleric with them, keeping the final say up. I thought the final say was fucking immortal. Is that not the fucking information we had on him?
We know that
Maybe immortal more means soul rather than physical body.
Possibly. The fact that a cleric was there keeping him up.
maybe the cleric is what grants us immortality.
And that's who we have to target first. That's why I push for details. The blue flash. I've only seen a blue flash once. Oh, well, a couple of times now. And it only evolved when it came through from the Shadowfell.
I also had that suspicion.
That's why I asked for
That's why-
Bucky. He knows how to track traces of the Shadowfell.
It is.
We also have a resident cleric who may be willing to sweet talk for some little information of Shadowfell.
Jill's not even there. Remember, Jill's upstairs.
Yeah, I know. I'm more insinuating just y'all in general.
Mm-hmm. General Joel.
General Joel. God,
Well,
that's a fucking bad
That's a
thing.
title and a half.
That's
General Joel, leader of the Shadowfell invasion. Joel is the mole,
General-
guys.
General Joel is actually just a fast food chain that's going to open up soon.
General Joel.
General Joel the mole.
It's meant to be Jolly, but the extra L and the Y fell off.
Listen,
Yeah.
Joel's full name is Jolyon. I made that clear when I created the character. His name is Jolyon Tarsis.
I refuse to acknowledge Jolyon.
He refuses to acknowledge the full name.
As he should.
Do you guys all go to your own respective bedrooms, or do you? As you do have rooms here.
Joel will be, yes.
Set
I
the tent up.
Set up in the throne room. Yeah. Fuck you all.
I would actually like to just go to Lily's room
Mhm.
and just fall asleep in a chair in there, keeping a little bit of a watch.
You go to Lily's room. You can see that Emmerich is actually in there. As you open the door as well, Emmerich's all watching over. He's by those little chairs by the bed. Good evening.
Seems like we had the same idea.
Well, that's my magic that put her under. It's my magic that's going to give her side effects, so I might as well be here to make sure that he's okay. Fun fact, I've never cast that spell before. So,
Oh,
first time for everything.
it worked very well.
Apparently so. Thank the
Well-
gods you found her in time as well.
I like to think he would have went back for it.
I would have.
What was the spell?
Something unique to Hemocraft. Something that my father helped create and I've spent years trying to finite. It works similar to the, how would you say, the Feign Life spell, but in more depth, where the person actually does die. But using my own life essence, I ensnare the soul. I catch it before it disappears and leaves the body.
Do you have a name for it?
Not as of yet. But
Okay.
I'll now I know it works. I'll workshop something. But I believe Lily might not like me right now. For keeping the soul going where it needs to go, I believe is not exactly a fun process. I think she might be a little bit stressed now, but it'll pass. Emotions are emotions after all. Nothing
I was gonna
physical. And I saved her life.
Nothing physical for her. Don't know about you when she wakes up.
Well, I can, as long as she hits me in the stomach, not the prettiness, that's fine.
Would you prefer I kept watch? And I
I'm
could
fine. I'd
help
rather.
her.
I'd rather. It'd make me feel better if I was here.
Okay. I'll leave you to it then. No,
You have a good night.
likewise, Emmerich. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll just go off to my bed then.
Fantastic. You all go to bed, have a good sleep, maybe change your spells if you need to.
Yes.
Algoris will be asking a few delegates about ones, especially maybe coming back into the throne room. Maybe saying, you need to send out a troop out to, and I'll point on a map where the ship was, and then I'll also point on a map where the elves came in from in the forest. You'll find marks, you know, of the ship probably, but make sure you get the dirt out of it and bring it here so Emmerich can look at it. You might also want to send out soldiers right now to try and get a sample of where the ambush happened. Also, do me a favor. Send word to the crew out there that's fighting the civil war. Block them in. Do a siege. They'll give up within a few days. No supplies.
And might I inquire who the fuck are you to order me about with all this?
Oh god, he's French. Kill him now.
The one that came to the
Christ,
rescue of
French is a
Pavmar
lion.
before.
I'll send a word.
Fuck course, he's French. Kill him and move on to the next novel.
And Falcoris
But
will
you-
practically spend the most of the night just fucking arranging shit, getting things together, seeing if anybody's got word, sending scouts out to different places if they've not already, and just full on, like, almost fucking taking control of this fucking operation.
I will ask then, as everyone else take a long rest, do you volunteer to take a point of exhaustion or do you achieve a long rest?
I'll say that he probably takes a point of exhaustion through the night.
Cool. I'll say you have a short rest and you're stupid enough not to have any sleep. You get a short rest in, but you do take a point of exhaustion from not getting a proper night's sleep that you'd need. But morning comes around, you all wake up, and all of you, apart from Falcoris, who's already there, make your way down to the throne room. And Falcoris, you see this first, where a very light-headed, but still headstrong Lily, with Emmerich behind her, currently rubbing his cheek, is coming down the stairs into the throne room.
As they walk in, I'll say, to be honest with you, when you woke up, I thought you were going to do that to me.
Trust me, if I had the energy, I might well have done. You're just lucky I was fucking conscious and on death's door. But this prick saved my life, so he had that coming. That was just a thank you, an aggressive thank you.
That's fair.
And Emmerich went, noted. I look forward to one day seeing your nice thank yous.
So, in your sleep, you remember any
just-
other details?
Sorry,
Okay, just-
from you?
Point of reference, I wouldn't be here, I'd be checking up on my mother.
Cool, no problem. Cool. From what my understanding was, that fight, not really, unfortunately. Again, if there was a mole, we only had the plans that morning when we broke off. So if there's a mole, again, either that fucker who brought me back to life is a mole, I don't know my own self, or they're dead. So I don't think... I think current party's accepted to be okay.
He said cleric that was with the final say. Was it a cleric? Did it keep him up?
Seemed to be doing some healing magic, of course, and then some damaging as well. But I did see occasional as someone tried to land a hit in, they did, and this person fixed it.
You'll probably see Falcoris has like fucking maps and shit all over the fucking room right now.
Fair enough.
I like to think there's a big table, maps, and then just like a bedroll at the side of
Probably.
Under the table, yeah.
it. Yeah.
Probably.
He's just kicked it under.
Any other details?
Again, when they came in, there was there she is all they said, and then I believe it was the final say, of course. Just moved efficiently. He was able to jump and teleport between us. He didn't even walk to fight us. He teleported in front and cut down with brutal efficiency. This other person wasn't adept in that. They, like you and I, had to move.
These are good details though. Now we know
They
he
made it
teleports
very
about.
clear- They made it very clear they wanted us dead and her alive.
Okay. Any other details? Magic that they used? Stuff that we can use against them?
Not that I'm aware of, again, apart from the teleportation, so if you can counter that somehow, I don't know, but there was no gesture for him to teleport, he just did it on a whim. And the other one sort of operates like he does and points towards Joel. Just chops and changes if he wants to harm or heal.
Alright.
I didn't see them leave because I unfortunately didn't make it that far, but yeah.
Armor. Full armor. Breastplate.
Final say completely armored,
Cleric.
up to the fucking tits. Couldn't really tell, they were heavily cloaked. I believe there might have been some heavy armor involved. But they made their identity very well hidden. Full mask and everything. Not a Creed mask, don't worry. But couldn't see their face. It was a mask that actually resembled the Final Sage in some weird sort of way.
We did a spell on one of your soldiers that fell. It did say it was a woman cleric.
Guess, yeah.
Alright. Little details like this could be the fine line between us finding the Queen quicker.
Okay, well, are we putting as much fucking effort in as I can?
No, you rest now.
Nope.
I
That
knew
will
you were
not
going
be
to say
happening. I will kick you out that fucking window if you tell me to do that again.
that. I don't doubt you would. I've got scout, and I'll just start fucking going like scouts here, there. Fucking told them to go and get dirt. I'll also say to Emmerich when he's there. I also told them to bring back samples from the ship that came in and those elves that came in through the forest of the dirt.
Okay, I can somebody get sent to the labs and get the analyzed and the
Well,
alchemists and such.
Yes. You can maybe compare it to the marks of the teleportation that came in for the ambush.
Can certainly try. Doesn't hurt to do that. It's good thinking.
A good thing to look for is anything from the Shadowfell if you can. Any trace
Funny you should
markers.
mention. I've got my spells today, and I have 2 that might be helpful. I've got our normal teleportation, and if needed, I do have little plane shifts to hand.
Right. We don't go to Shadowfell until we know if he is there, which I'm probably going to imagine he is.
There's one way we can find out. I can ask him.
You can ask the final say.
I can use sending on him. He knows who he sent me a message a few days ago. He wants me to find him. He took the Queen as a way of getting the message across. I get a feeling he'll answer.
Okay. Sure.
Do you need the wording of sending, Matthew?
No, I can pull it up myself. I'm quite the adept. Bear with me.
no, the fucking.
No, I understand, Joe. It's okay. I have it.
I
typed in spending, not sending.
Emmerich pulls out his D&D app.
I typed in the spending spell. Do you spend all your money? Ah, shit, I'm a broke.
69p from the App Store. This realm was a joke. So how would I get short message of 25 words or less?
Mm-hmm. There's a 5% chance if it's another plane it won't work.
How do you want me to check that?
So we'll roll a d100, and if you roll a 5 or less, so 005 or less, it doesn't work.
25 words or less.
You don't have to fill. You don't have to. I would say like critical role, but you do not have to fill 25 words.
No.
I was ready.
I'm like.
I will say it's just that.
I was gonna say, hey, bruh, what's good? He knows it's me, doesn't he? I don't have to identify myself.
I think he'll know.
Hi, I'm Joel.
Hey, bitch.
Recognizes you as the sender, right? And it can answer if it wants to, right? Final say. I got your message. Where have you taken the Queen? It's 12. If you want to end this, let me or tell me where you are hiding. That's 24. Oh, sorry, I'll add bitch. Was like the fucking, was it Puffy out for a walk? Bitch.
Roll the d100.
Where is my d100?
So again, 005 or less, the spell will fail.
I do 100. Okay.
So you just get 2 d10s and choose or see a 10s in a unit.
I've got a d100. But obviously that's intense. And then what? A d10 as well, isn't it? A d100 and d.
So then use the d100 as your 10s and your d10 as a unit.
Okay. Okay, that's 60 on the 10. So I'm assuming that's fine.
Easily works in there. You feel the spell work and go through, and you feel there's almost like this resistance as you're trying to push the message through something, and you feel like it's a barrier, but the message pushes through. And it lands, and you feel this mental connection of sorts. About time.
Joel. Ooh, it worked.
I've been expecting your call. Come to the Shadowfell. The ruins of Dire Rothmart.
Sorry, can I? You're not gonna ask how the fuck I spell that. Was it ruins of?
Dire Rothmart. I'll pop it in the handouts chat for you guys.
I'm just gonna take my best guess at that. Good enough.
I'll be waiting.
And so for that, when everyone else, like Joel, will have just been like sort of leaning on the table with his eyes closed while he sort of did that, and then he'll turn up and turn to the rest and relay what the final say said. So he's waiting for us in the ruins of Dire Rothmart in the Shadowfell, or waiting for me at least.
Shadowfell has some really lovely place names, doesn't it?
Question is, where are the ruins, and how do we get there?
Let me do some digging then, because if we know where exactly he is, and we might not have to go looking for the investigation anymore, I might just be able to try and make my way there. But I'll need to see if I can find out where this Dire Rothmart is, otherwise, you know, I could end up anywhere in the Shadowfell. I'd rather get us there properly. Let me do some digging. I'll come back with you as soon as I can. We'll go today, but I want to try and land us accurately.
This could be a full trap.
Well, I know he at least wants me there to kill me, so we at least know he'll be there because he wants to kill me himself.
He might not be. He might leave it to lackeys. But
I doubt it. This is personal for him.
the thing is, we still don't know how to kill him fully.
I'm definitely not able to. I don't have my new armor. I don't have everything I need, and my soul is, I suppose, intact. Though I'll need someone else to verify that.
You're still doing fine to me, darling.
All due respect, you're not a god. You can't see my soul.
Oh, I'm not a god, am I not? Not good enough for you, Joel?
I'll just kind of raise an eyebrow at him and just kind of point to fucking Calanthier. He's yours. I'm not.
Darling, I'll let you think that.
I'll sort of turn to everyone else, sort of, if there's anything any of you need to do to prepare for what could be an ambush, I'd recommend you hop to it. And Joel will head off back to his room
The only
to,
one... Oh, sorry.
I was going to say to ritual cast divination, but we'll let everyone else do their thing first.
The only person I know that's actually been to Shadowfell and kind of knows it is Bucky. He might know where the Ree's ruins are. He might have heard it while he was being held captive. I don't know if he'll get here in time though. We'll see. I still think this could be a full-on trap and we don't know how to kill an immortal.
Ooh, we don't have to kill the immortal. I just want to get the queen back.
True.
I say let's not waste our efforts killing. That's gonna get us killed. This is more of a rescue mission, Falcoris, not one of your monster hunters.
If we retrieve the queen and get her back here, for instance, at the very least, he won't have that opportunity. But this isn't. He's looking to end this. I imagine there's a certain level of honor that he has to uphold himself. His own pride.
Exactly, and leading into that, he wants Joel. Could
And
there be negotiations, a trade? And I hate to throw you under the bus like that, Joel, the wagon, I should say, Joel, but...
What is a bus? Is that how Jesus gets around?
Apparently so, but... There's... You know, if he wants you, perhaps we could dupe him into a trade. and I can still get you out. I don't know. But from what you've told me, he sent a message for you. He's after you.
He wants a fight. And I intend to challenge him, but I can't beat him without the Raven Queen's help. And she said she would make me ready when she was ready to.
Faith's a funny thing, isn't it?
No, it was less faith than a direct conversation.
Fair.
The only thing that makes you wonder is the fact, if he was so immortal, why would he have to do this in the first place?
What do you mean?
If he was truly immortal, he could face you in open combat with no worry. He could face an entire army with no worry. But he doesn't. He runs, he hides, he uses tactics like a mortal man.
In all fairness, he did conquer all of Alria. I wouldn't call that running and hiding.
Yes, but look, if you had immortality, I imagine you would just go with the direct path, because you don't have to worry about danger.
Doesn't mean he can't die. It just means he keeps coming back, maybe.
Maybe that's the point. Did you not
Maybe
say that
every
we have
time
to...
you strike him down, his soul gets pulled back into his body. He's banished from death.
But did they not say that we had to get... They had to pull him... Like, they pulled him apart, and the pieces came together again, and that's why he's back. Maybe if we get him down, we pull the fucking armor.
So
His
if
soul is
anything,
imbued into his items.
the
His
soul is
equipment.
immortal, not the body.
You break the body, but the soul isn't stored in the body anymore.
Right.
The body's just a vessel, if I had to guess.
So working battle plan, we fight him. If we can get him down, then we fucking grab bits of armor and we run the opposite directions.
I'd say I agree with Emmerich. We don't fight him.
Oh.
We
I
will
go
have
in.
to.
I go in and create a distraction. He wants me. He'll be focused on me. You get the queen, and then you ideally grab me and get us out.
He's not...
If he conquered an entire kingdom, I don't think he's going to fall for
No,
something
he's
so
not
simple
stupid.
as that. To
You got a better
reiterate your
idea?
point that you put back to me,
But the point is, he wants me there. He wants to fight me. I don't think he cares. He doesn't care about the queen. He could have taken her at any point. He wanted his message across.
there is something here that we don't know.
I agree.
There's a detail that we simply do not know, and it is the difference between going in there and dying a stupid, idiotic death, and going in there and possibly making it out of our lives with the queen with us. That could be the lay of the land, that could be him.
Ideally, I'd like to jump in, grab the queen,
specifically.
and go, but that's not going to be that easy. If the queen is guarded, which I guess she will be, there'll be a fight. And if there's a fight, he'll be there.
There's no guarantee that he's got the queen at this ruins. She could be anywhere.
Got a better idea?
That's why we're talking about it, Joel. We don't.
I don't think he would resort to that level of cowardice. It makes no sense for him not to have the queen. It just means that essentially we go there, we see there is no queen, we run away.
It seems to me that,
There
despite
needs-
his reputation,
there needs to
he's
be
a
lure in
straightforward
that trap.
person. He's
He has
direct.
a level of pride.
As we saw from the party, he's not an emotional person. He killed them efficiently. Minimum effort, maximum reward. He's not the kind to engage in trickery and subterfuge. He wants something, he does it, and he takes the most direct path. He wanted the queen, he took her. He wants me to go there, he sends me a message. So it stands to reason he'd be keeping the queen with him.
You have that the wrong way around. Taking a queen was a message to you, apparently. If he takes the direct path, he would have just came straight to you.
Might not have wanted to contend with the dragon.
He had his time before
Or
that.
alternately, he's not as strong in this plane.
Do that.
We don't know.
If his soul is linked to death, and realistically speaking, if my very limited knowledge of these dimensions is correct, the further the soul from the original dimension is bound to, the weaker it becomes.
On the other hand, his power comes from the Raven Queen, which means he would be stronger in the Shadowfell despite whether he's mortal or not. So it stands to reason that if I went there, then I did fight him, that would be the one place I had a chance, because it's where the Raven Queen is strongest. And if she intends to help me beat him, then
It
that's my
is
best chance.
more a double-edged sword, because it is where he is most likely strongest, but where you may also likely be strong. It entirely depends on the information we don't have.
Well,
We can't
unfortunately, I
go
don't see how I can
blindly
get
running into this.
that. If anyone has a handy rule book on how fighting the final say in other dimensions happens to work, then I'm open to it, but I didn't find that in the player's handbook, so
I didn't find that either, but what I have found is something that could be useful. Sent a message, and to your prisoner that you brought back ages ago and spared. I asked where the ruins are, and he's given me a location. So I believe now I can get us there. We might be a little bit outside it with the way the spell works, won't be exactly, but we're not going to be miles away now.
well, what if we just did some recon? What if we went over, had a look, tried to establish whether she's there, whether he's there, and then came back and came up with a plan?
Don't tap me out too much.
Just there and back. We can always go another day.
Emmerich,
Is that
Yes?
do you know if Hemocraft can alter the shape of a soul?
It's been theorized, especially with what's happened, my father's learnings, what I was able to do to Lily. It's a theory.
Hmm.
But as far as I know, there's no practice of it as of yet. What are you thinking?
Nothing much. I think I may be due a conversation.
With me or with some...
No, not with you.
Oh, darling, you upset me so. I love our little chats. But yes, I can get us into the Shadowfell. Near these ruins. And we can take it from there. As you say, a little bit of recon. See what's what. But you guys are alright. I think there's a detail, as you said, there's a detail that we're missing. But I don't know what.
Kilogum.
I'm not there.
No.
He's visiting his mother.
Oh,
If you paid
I forgot. Like, I thought that was last night.
No, that's this morning.
Listen, I've been up all night.
In the corridor.
Well, you would know with Hemocraft.
Mm.
Royal blood. Would that do anything for him?
Blood is blood. It doesn't matter the lineage.
Alright, well.
Lineage is something set by people, not by blood. It is a title. Doesn't mean much when coming to the material component.
Well, if you listen to Elril for long enough, then he would tell you about the blessings that his great-great-grandfather or whatever gave him, and
That
gave
is
his family.
research
And
and intelligence. It's not given through blood. It's given through word of mouth. Am I correct?
Quite. Nobility is a curse, and that can be transferred from one to the other. But it doesn't change your DNA structure.
The good thing about Hemocraft is that all can do it as long as they possess blood. And its downfall, I suppose.
Yeah. There's more to it than that, but yes, you're quite right, darling. But if you all take time to prepare, then I'll get my own semblance ready, we'll go visit this terrible place that we've been dreading of visiting. Also, I'll fetch Kelagum as well. I'll grab the king. That will be handy to bring him along. Meet here, hour, 2 hours.
I'll be ready.
He takes a little bow. See you soon. And he scampers out the room. Switching over then, Elleril, what are you up to? I know you're visiting your mother, you say, but
Yeah.
yes.
Doesn't need to be much. I'm just checking in, making sure she's doing okay and that she can handle things well. Her sister's away. And also,
She-
maybe the only information I actually want to know is what's the sitch with my dad at the moment? What did Delphina decide?
So he is. It's a complicated trial. The trial hasn't officially begun yet, but he is still serving a sentence of, being imprisoned for basic crimes against the crown whilst in power. If they're actually proven or not is one thing, but with the evidence that's outweighing him, they basically have, put him under some sort of house arrest in the meantime until a more official declaration can be put through. But with the civil war and now what's happened with Elena, there's more pressing matters basically than a trial. Over someone who's not even in charge anymore, effectively. She isn't doing the best. Losing her daughter right now, she's not fit to rule, hence why right now Emmerich is sort of taking a bit of a loose rein, even though he's got no say to the crown whatsoever, but she trusts in him right now until she's ready to come back and lead. And put a stronger foot in and become the queen that Pavmar needs, but she basically needed time to process. If you tell her about you guys leaving, she'll step up. She says she'll step up when you guys leave and fill the void that Emmerich will create by going. And yeah, but she's not doing brilliant, understandably.
So I'll get her back, Mom.
I hope so.
Promise.
I really do. But make sure you come back as well.
That was the
She sort of pinches your cheek. I know you do.
I think I just spend time knowing that she probably appreciates the company more.
She does, yeah. You spend time walking around her in the gardens and the Fisher Queen's gardens and just spend an hour or two until Emmerich does, very politely interrupt the conversation with a, "When you're ready, your highnesses, we are thinking of heading off within the hour. So if you would kindly make your own ways to the throne room when you're ready, and we'll get the proceedings underway. I need to go change."
Yeah. Mother, I hate to do this as well.
What?
Our cleric, he can use diamonds to bring people back. I don't suppose you have a spare, just in case something happens out there.
Of course I do. If you bear with me, I'll go to my room and fetch it, and I'll give it to you before you guys leave.
Oh fuck, that's the one I already stole.
Actions have consequences.
Ooh. No, you didn't have to say that. You might have gotten away with that.
So, you guys all do your thing. I think, Cal, if you put your hand up for a thing.
Conti will go somewhere private.
Okay.
Not sleep, but more meditate. And then call out to Harvindia the wolf to see if he will respond.
Make a... I'll give you a choice. You can either try and persuade or intimidate.
Both are shit, so I'll persuade.
Does anyone have charisma in our party other than Falcoris?
Oh, that wasn't bad. That was a 15.
15.
No.
You take that time and let's say you go into this meditative state. And you reach out and you call out to the spirit of the wolf, and thankfully you're in private because you don't realize this, but you begin to go into your sort of, you don't, not fully, but you bleed into your hybrid form a little bit. Your claws elongate a little bit more, and you get more primal, more feral. And you do feel a connection. You're not teleport. You don't have that dream sequence of being somewhere else in that cold environment, in that haunted wood. But you feel something meet your mind and hold with you.
I need to speak to you about how you deal with the soul for Hemocraft. You managed to save your own soul by locking it in a dimension. We are going to be fighting a being who has had his soul split and recombined, and who is apparently immortal because of it. Do you know of a way inside or outside of Hemocraft to destroy a soul?
You don't hear words. You more feel emotions. Initially negative emotions. You feel the overwhelming sense of, negativity wash over you that he doesn't know. But then it then flips into be that of, but there might be other ways. And you get the lingering sense before you sort of this mental connection fades. You feel tired. And you feel your head nod off a little bit. And as you nod, you feel a brush of cold wind, a little bit of snow fall on your shoulder. And as you wake up again, you sort of feel like you're fully awake again, but you get the idea that if you sleep, maybe more can be passed.
I mean, I can't sleep within an hour, so...
No, unfortunately not, no.
Power nap.
Now I will...
Power now.
Yeah, just do the marine thing.
That's the breathing technique, fall asleep in 2 minutes, whatever it is, man.
Something ridiculous like that. But for then, I will... That's all I need then.
Fantastic. You all take your time, your hour away. Is there anything else you guys want to do in that within an hour before we reconvene?
I would
Of
like
course.
to talk to Lucia.
Okay.
So just in my head, I'll be like, Lucia,
Hi.
you remember the
Shit,
Shadowfell?
fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Shit is fucked. I'm fucking tired. I'm tired of it all right now, Lucia, but...
I mean, do you realize that you being literally tired makes me literally tired?
I
We
know,
share
I
that,
know,
yeah?
I know, we're both combined. Anyways, matters aside, the ruins of Dire Roth, do you remember it? Do you remember at all?
Never visited it. I've heard of it, though. It used to be an old fort. But in one of the many cataclysmic life of the Shadowfell, it's fell into disrepair and become a ruin.
Alright. Do you know what's
Rumours
around
was,
it?
There was an angel that used to live there.
An angel?
Angel used to live there, yeah. Fallen one.
Alright. Do you know anything about this angel?
Nah, I think it's just a legend, to be honest.
I don't think it is. I think what you're talking about was the last say. Before he became the last say.
Final say.
Final say. Same fucking difference.
It's really not.
It kind of is. The last, the final. It's the same thing. Anyways.
That's not his name.
Right,
That's
well,
me calling you Palchorus. It's not your name.
but Pal Chorus isn't the same as Foul Chorus. The
Bro
last
chorus.
say is just... Anyways. Right, so there was an angel that lived there.
Apparently.
What happened to it?
Well, it was an actual angel, but it was ensnared by the magic of the Shadowfell, and it couldn't get back beyond the Divine Gates. And apparently, the Shadowfell drove it mad. It lost its holiness.
You realise how close that sounds to the final say?
Final say. I mean, I guess so, but, from what we understand, this final say was more created. This was an angel that fell.
Alright, well... What's around it, do you know?
Best of my knowledge, not a great deal. It sort of sits in a little hillock sort of thing in the Great Sand Plains, where all there is just dust.
Could it be underground
You guys
tunnels?
how the Shadowfell is just like that. It might be dungeons inside the the ruins. It wasn't again an old fort, so there could be dungeons.
All right. Just trying to get information before we walk in there.
No, of course. But again, I've never been there personally. But whatever forts you have here, apply the same logic, I guess.
On a hill.
On a small little hill, yeah. Not a big one at all.
All right. Is there anything that could be behind it that we could get an advantage from height-wise? Do you know?
No, I think it's in the middle of that dust plain, like I say, so there's nothing much else out there. It's quite a good little place to put a fort, if I'm honest.
Alright. Is it close by any settlements?
It's not. I mean, the closest city next to it would be. Let me get the fucking map up, bear with me. It's not too far away from Evernight. Sort of more to the southeast, sorry, Evernight.
Okay.
But again, the Shadowfell is very sparsely populated, so, you know, unlike here where you've got farms and, you know, small hamlets that dot the place, Shadowfell doesn't have that. It's too fucking horrible to live out there, beyond city walls.
Any other detail that you can remember that could help?
There's just monsters everywhere, so that's fun.
Yeah. Ever heard of a cleric that
Yeah,
follows the fight?
for you.
Lucia.
Sorry,
Ever heard of a cleric that follows the final say around?
I never heard the final say till you guys came up, so no.
Oh, well. Anybody that was a minder for the angel?
No.
Well, fucking, there goes my thought process. Well, alright. It's
We
gonna be
sleep
long.
yet?
Not yet, unfortunately. It's gonna be a
Fuck
bit.
you.
Yeah, no. I know. Well, suppose we better be getting ready to go back to your homeland.
Woo, lucky me. I like it here. It's better. It's warm.
Yeah, well. Got things to do.
You'll probably want some face protection and eye protection as well. The dust storms can be ravenous.
I'll pass that on.
Cool. Please do. Your party might thank you.
Oh, thanks, Lucia.
No worries.
It might actually come in handy a little, that information, who knows.
Well, we'll see, shall we?
And while we're there, if anything comes up that you do think could help us, then maybe you remember a passageway, you know, somewhere between mountains, something of the sort, a quicker passage towards settlements or something, just let me know.
Try my best.
Thanks. Right, let's get to it.
Excuse me. No worries. Do you pass a message on about
Yes.
goggles and stuff? Yep, fantastic. So if I could always pass on get eye protection of some description and also face protection as well from dust storms.
Joel's got a full metal helmet.
Full metal helmet. Love that film. Does anybody else want any prep before we go? No worries.
No.
You'll meet up, like I say, about an hour and a bit afterwards, about an hour, 10 minutes, into the throne room as promised. You can see that Emmerich, he's all dressed up. Instead of being his normal robes, he's got like a more high-collared adventuring coat on. Still very elaborate, as Emmerich would do. But he's taken off all his elaborate rings from his fingers, so his hands now bare. He's got fingerless gloves on instead, actually. Leather fingers gloves. Very fashionable as always. Right. For this one here, you are going to have to hold hands. The spell actually does says it. And,
Give me a second, and I'm gonna...
I'll move to the opposite side of the circle from him.
yes, shuff around politics.
Falcoris quickly goes to a delegate, a guard or something, and just goes, when Bucky arrives, tell him Falcoris has went to the Shadowfell. And if he can, be ready for anything that's coming through, alright?
Who's Bucky?
Lions! Where the fuck is the lions? Right, tell Bucky.
Got it, boss.
Never thought I would have to rely on a lion. No, just mumbling. Probably part of hear me. Never thought I'd have to rely on a fucking lion. Fucking give me your hand. Fuck's sake. Here we go.
You can see that Lily tries to put her hand in the circle, but Emmerich's like, no, you have just woken up from death. You are staying here. You are protecting the queen. When we come back, the best bodyguard in town needs to be alive.
Yeah.
Fine.
I have a job for you, Lily.
Oh, okay.
The owl and the bear ain't coming, so.
Oh. How'd you look after a bear?
It's not the bear you have to watch for.
Alright, tummy rubs and food.
I guess I can do that, sure. And the owl? Do I just open a window at
Good
night,
luck.
or what? Good luck.
You'll figure it out.
Okay. That's great. Go from guarding a queen to fucking animal sitting, but that's fine. Yeah, sure. Of course. But you guys hurry back then. And bring her back. And yourselves. You all begin to link hands, and Eric sort of gives you a look over.
Just did my mother manage to find a diamond?
Not as quick as she'd like to. She does go to the treasury and get you one.
Is it
Wonder
worth
what?
at least 300 gold
It's
pieces?
worth at least 300 gold pieces.
I will put that on my sheet. Guys, we've only got one fucking shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime.
I like to think she holds it out to me, and Joel just takes it and puts it in his bag.
But again, Emmerich looks over. Right, is there any other things before I start this spell? I don't want anyone getting lost in the astral sea.
Joe will be just sort of looking at the ceiling, looking very, very nervous, knowing that depending on how things go, if things go tits up, this might not be his. He might not be coming back.
Well, hold on tight. And I do mean that we are going to push our way through the astral sea, so if you let go, God's help you, you'll be lost forever. Hold on tight. Don't step outside the circle. And hopefully I'll see you on the other side, eh, guys? Right. Shall we? And with that, you see this circle begin to etch itself in the ground around you guys, this light blue circle that glows be a darker blue energy that Falcorus you recognize as you've seen these flashes before, and the hue matches that color. You see Emmerich begin to strain. You can see he's putting a lot of energy into this. You can see he's even starting to, like, you know, getting red in the head sort of thing from the sheer shaking and the energy he's exerting. You fear he's at risk of a nosebleed from this pushing himself that much. Before you guys all find the air around you, and your very beings collapse in on themselves and atomized. And you feel rushing. You feel being simultaneously torn apart, pushed apart, rebuilt, deconstructed again. You push through a golden barrier, and for a split second you see nothing but these purple seas before you, different pockets, planets, planes, all sort of float around before you find yourself gravitating and going towards a grey monochrome one. And as you punch through the veil, that's when everything shifts properly and settles. You find yourself standing in an empty space. Monochrome is the color of choice here. Different variations of grey are all that exist. And you look at all the people around you, you look at your friends. They themselves don't even have color. You're all just black and white. You feel a breeze blow through. It's cold. It's unfortunate. The air here just hangs like a sadness, thick, dense, and unmoving. And as you sort of brush yourselves off, the dust, there's no soil, it's just dust. You just pick up like volcanic ash, it blows through your fingers. And in front of you, you can see, upon a very small hillock, set against a flat background and backdrop, is what remains of an old fort. And that is where we're in tonight's episode. Thanks so
Wow.
much, guys. Welcome to the Shadowfell, baby.
Shadowfell, baby!
Well, that is an intro.
Hey.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like a
Yeah.
civil war. I'm gonna make a one-man charge in a fort on a hill.
Falcor, you see Falcorus just go. But yes, thank you.
It's
To...
exciting.
I know, right? Finally, after
Yeah.
44 episodes, we made it to Shadowfell.
Nearly 2 years.
But again, thank you guys for coming along. Thank you to everybody in chat. As you see now, mental. Thank you. We're going to call him mental because I can't pronounce that word. Thank you for the raid. Was there anything else, Andy, that I missed?
Yes, also, Serweze, good old Jimmy, giving us a gift sub, so thank you very much for that.
Beautiful. But yeah, again, thank you for coming along, players. For everyone that's in chat, the fight doesn't end here, neither does the banter. Jump over to the Discord, meet us there, hang out, chat with me. I'm lovely. I'm a fucking delight. Come say hello. Also, Linktree, as we say, for all other socials where you can find us, everybody else. Andy, we're doing a raid, or are we just gonna...
No raid tonight, unfortunately.
No raid tonight, fantastic. So, in that case then, I want to say thank you and I love you to my players. Thank you for coming, we'll see you next week. And to you guys at home, thank you all for coming as well. I hope you always have a fantastic rest of your evening. Stay safe, and we'll see you soon.